nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
I gotta get a witness. No!
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That's true.
Sometimes I cry.
Oh! Lick my butthole, he laughed.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast. This is episode 1242. And we're back again for another exciting Thursday episode. And we got Tony from Hack the Movies back again. Welcome back, Tony.
Hello. I'm excited to be back. Oh, man. I just, the last year watching you guys, I've been really sad. I'm like, wow. Mint Salad and Vito Gesualdi, these are the best guests the Drunken Peasants can get.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm like,
we were suffering.
We gotta stop this. We gotta stop this. And I'm like, you know what? It's time for me to return back to the show. So yeah, I'm excited to be back here.
You've raised our stock price.
Yeah.
I want to thank you for letting us play with your victims, though, while you were gone. So.
Oh yeah. Yes, for those of you who don't know, for 5 seconds on Reddit the other day, I was accused of grooming Mint Salad and doing porn with her.
Last night's bonus stream was awesome. We learned some pretty interesting DP lore. It was cool to shoot the shit with you and watch videos on Discord after the stream.
I appreciate it. It was a lot of fun. I got pretty drunk. And by the way, we are at 40% of our goal, which is amazing. And hopefully, I'm hoping we can get to like maybe 60% by the end of this stream. Streamlabs.
We fucking better.
Yes.
We better.
Yes.
Tony, I had your back on Reddit. I went in, I logged in under a sock account, and I said, Tony did not groom Mint Salad. It was a Black Snake Moan situation. He saved her from her whorish ways. It was under my sock account.
Taking up a Black Snake Moan reference. I wasn't expecting
Black Snake Moan situation is all.
I like Black Snake Moan, but I don't think I've ever used the words, it was the Black Snake Moan situation.
I mean, there's an accurate time for everything.
If people like got charged for like kidnapping, if they use that in their defense, like, Your Honor, it was a Black Snake Moan situation. I don't know if you've seen the feature film starring Samuel Jackson.
Yeah, and Christina Ricci with a young cameo from Justin Timberlake, right? Is that the...
Yeah.
Yeah, come on. Come on, Your Honor. You must acquit. Can we start a side channel together called Acquit the Movies, where we get ourselves in those like crimes and have to defend ourselves using movie references?
A long time ago, before he really blew up, me and Nick Rakita did a video on like the legal defense of Michael Myers based on all the events in the first film, and he actually came up with good ways to defend him.
Well, later on, you find out that it was the neighbors that were performing satanic rituals on Michael Myers.
Oh, we didn't include that, but we just stuck to the first movie.
Okay.
Poor Michael Myers. He looked guilty.
He's a victim.
But it was them damn neighbors.
He had a good point. In that first movie, there's not many witnesses to any of those murders, so Laurie could just be making shit up. You don't know.
It's true.
Oh, that's the worst. What if they remade those movies and then with a criminal defense, and then we're using the old clips of the movies 20 years later now that he's been caught, and like we have to show that nobody saw it, and it just plays out the whole way, and Jamie Lee Curtis is crying on the stand because she knows what happened, but Michael Myers is just there in his mask like, there's no proof.
Okay, so now he's talking and wearing the mask.
Yeah.
All right, I like this.
There's no proof.
Your Honor.
We resurrect who's not Clarence Mason, who was the gentleman from the OJ case, the glove don't fit guy?
Oh,
Johnny Cochran.
Johnny Cochran.
Yeah, young Johnny Cochran comes back to life. He defends our boy. I figure we can have a murderous serial killer on the stage. We can have resurrected lawyers.
I love Dr. Loomis.
Yeah.
Like he was so badass.
I mean, he was kind of a nut job too. It's like,
Yes.
all right, the kid killed one person. Just fucking relax. The whole time he's like, we gotta stop. I'm like, why don't you just do nothing? He's doing nothing. Leave the kid alone.
He's evil. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you saying that for 15 years really helps the kid's emotional state.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
So we've got some stuff that we're going to get into in just a moment. Everyone watching, please like the stream. Liking the stream helps out a lot because YouTube doesn't normally let our subscribers know that we're live. And they hide us. They literally hide us in people's subscription feeds because I said that right before. I'm like, why are you not in my subscription feed? Yeah.
So you guys got to hit that bell. You got to hit that bell, too.
We got labeled as a naughty channel at some point. It's almost been 10 years since the first episode on this channel. And there we go.
It must be awful being stuck to such a perverted masochist.
I know, Brian. I know.
Thank you for getting us to 50%. Wow, that's amazing.
Nice.
But yes, I don't mind. I love torturing Egghead. If it were up to me, he'd still be in that dirty bathtub. He would have never have left. All right, we are gonna check out the Cobraverse. What's going on in the Cobraverse? Here we go.
Oh, I'm so excited. Yes.
I got shit on for not doing segments anymore, so now you guys all get your segments back. All right. All right, here. So I guess this is Cobra had to delete one of his streams because I think because he does these shout outs and his trolls treat him, they trick him into doing shout outs for sickos all the time. Like he did a Gary Glitter shout out at one point. Yeah. So here it is.
I don't know if you got to delete your stream. You just say, I don't know who that is.
He does. He does. And this is Boglum Chronicles. They take Cobra's content and kind of make an abridged version.
They transform it.
What up, YouTube? Turn off slow mode, please.
Now, do you see the lathe behind him? He makes wands, but he wears like necklaces and rings and shit while he's using a wood lathe while it's spinning.
Look at that saw just chilling over there.
Yeah. Yes.
I remember the wand stuff. I remember that was like his deal.
Yes. And you know what? If he actually pumped out like 100 of those a month, he'd be making crazy money because he sells them faster than he can make them.
I don't know why he doesn't do it more.
Yeah.
Because he also makes a lot of money just sitting drinking.
Yeah.
Like freaking $400 and I'll turn it off. No, I don't.
Yeah, because he has slow mode on. Sometimes he just turns off his chat completely. But he's like $400 and I'll turn slow mode off.
I don't have any beer at the moment, and quite frankly, I don't need any beer to go live. And I don't need my fans to give me money to go live. I go live because I want to hang out with my fans, see what y'all are up to. People are like, turn off slow mode. And I'm like, you give me $400 and I'll turn off slow mode.
Slow mode's the way to go, though. There's no reason people in the chat should have any access to more than like one post every 30 seconds. Like, anybody who's posting more than once every 30 seconds should consolidate.
Yeah. Yeah.
I usually turn it off unless someone's just flat out spamming. Like when we get a spammer, I turn it on.
Good solid.
I always have slow mode on.
I know.
I let them know you better chill.
I've never needed the slow mode. I've been lucky with that.
Yeah, if you have a live stream and you get like a crazy amount of viewers, slow mode is almost a must. We did a live reaction to Mike Tyson's return fight, and we ended up having like 20,000 live viewers because people thought we were streaming the fight live, and at that point we had to turn slow mode on because it was just too much. The chat was just going so fast; it was unbelievable.
I feel like the only benefit of not having slow mode on is so people can type Nigel's name out one letter at a time.
Oh, that's what they're doing?
I think so. I always turn it off by
They
the
always
time they get to G.
misspell Nigel.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, you're not spelling out Nigel again. I'm
Nigel does not.
Mode.
Nigel does not have 2 G's in it. Okay.
I never get to the second G. I turn it off right at that first G.
Nigel.
I'm like, here we go. I'm stopping this right now.
The only reason I have slow mode on is because it makes it easier to read all the comments. When you got 70,000 subscribers, I know a lot of people tune in to watch your videos.
When he's like blackout drunk, he has like 2,000 live viewers usually, like on average, because they love it when he's blackout drunk because they know something crazy is going to happen every time.
Is this what I got to do to get viewers on my live shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so, Tony.
The other night, the cops showed up because he has this cap gun that looks really realistic. It looks like a real revolver, and he was trying to fix it on stream, and the malicious trolls in his audience called the cops, and the cops showed up, and they were like, hey, we heard you're waving a gun around. He's like, no, it's a cap gun, and he just like slams the door in the cop's face, and then just like freaks out. Yeah.
Wait, the cops just left?
Yeah, they know him.
Yeah, right.
They know who he is.
Oh.
He lives in he lives in Casper, Wyoming, which is one of the bigger cities in Wyoming, but it's still pretty small. So they know him there for sure.
They're like this fucking guy. All right.
It's that type of shit you can still try in a small town.
He has a sign on his front door to his apartment. And it basically, because he gets DoorDash sent to him all the time, it basically says, if it's paid for, leave it. Don't bother me. I'm streaming right now. And then at the bottom, it says, I am not gay. I am straight. Because he always gets Grindr dates sent to him all the time. Yeah.
How I'm still getting Grindr dates in a small town.
Yeah.
Can I go there and pretend to be one of the Grindr dates?
I mean, I'm not sure how I would try to meet him when I finally go there, but that's one of the thoughts.
I'm assuming his address is very public.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go there. I'm like, hey, I'm Tony from Grindr. What's up, big boy?
I'm not gay. I'm straight.
I'm sure if you go to Casper, Wyoming, the second you step off the plane, you can say, send me forth to Cobra Castle, and you'll find it.
I seek a wand. Oh, I know a guy.
$100 and I'll do a beer stream and turn off slow mode. It'll be enough to get my account out of the negative and have a couple extra bucks to spare. I am $322 and some odd cents in the negative. It is what it is. That's why I said if the fans donate $400 on stream, I will do a beer stream later on tonight with slow mode off.
If you give me money, I will drink. It works because I do it too. It is actually a good business model.
I've seen you do this all the time, Ben.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
give me money, I will drink. Okay, that's what I got to do now.
Yeah.
That's what I got to do.
You should, because I'm gonna drink anyway. You know, like yeah.
Don't give out all your secrets.
Damn it.
No.
I'll build my clock tower dream house someday, you know. The clock tower I'm gonna build for my dream house will be slightly taller than the one at the train station in Cheyenne, Wyoming. There's actually
he loves clock towers, so he wants to build a clock tower dream house.
I don't like that someone who looks like him and acts like him likes clock towers. This is just reminding me of that famous shooting. I really am upset with his clock towers.
He'd be more like Quasimodo of his own clock tower, the bog tower.
Yeah, he was just up there cleaning his gun. Leave him alone.
A used church bell I'd really like to get my hands on, but it's 50 inches in diameter and it's freaking huge.
Someone should pay Cobes $1,000 to make a wand out of the barrel of that fucking cap gun he got caught with. That would be a dope wand.
By the way,
I'm like the wood handle goes right into the barrel. That'd be dope.
I'm looking at the clock tower at the Wyoming train station. It's actually pretty nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how he's going to afford that, but you know.
No, he doesn't want that one. He wants one just a little taller.
Oh, a little taller than the one. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, by the way,
Iva, Ilta, sweet boys.
I do like. Oh, sorry.
Please show Tony King Cobra cooking potatoes. I've been thinking about sending him a cane that has a hidden blade connected to it. Tie screws into the cane. Speaking of cane, why is he in a suit? He running for mayor? Van Vitz Island.
Wow. Yeah.
Okay. What I was gonna say was I like that he probably watched Hunchback of Notre Dame and saw Quasimodo, and he's the only person on earth that was like, man, it'd be cool to be that guy.
Yeah.
Not like, oh, what a tragic character. He's like, oh man, he talks to gargoyles and like sings. What a cool guy.
I don't think he's the only person on earth, though, right? Like, for some people, Quasimodo is the archetype you look up to. He was the hero.
That's true.
You know, we don't all connect with every hero. Like, I don't care about the hero of Sound of Freedom.
Oh, by the way, the bell he was talking about that he wanted to buy is like 2,500 pounds too. So not only is it huge, but it's insanely heavy.
He's not gonna be able to haul that on the back of his bike.
No.
I don't got that kind of money, so I'm not worried about it.
We got to donate more money so he can get that bell.
Yep.
Yeah,
can live in the
I'm pretty
bell.
sure aliens
First you get
exist
the
and-
bell, then you get the girl, then you get the clock tower.
He has an interesting theory on aliens and the existence of humans right here.
The government's known about it since the 60s.
Yeah.
You want my personal opinion? I think an alien had sex with a monkey, and that's how we were created. That's my opinion.
Ah, okay. Yeah, you know, I mean, there is like a bunch of hominids that existed before us, and you can see like the slow kind of evolution into humans. But no, he's got to figure it out. Monkeys, not apes or other hominids, just monkeys.
There's
An
even
alien
a-
had sex with a monkey, and a human popped out.
Yeah, that's what happened. There were other hominids that existed the same time as us, like Neanderthals. I think we interbred with them into extinction. Is the theory? Yeah.
Some alien dumped some bacteria.
That's why we have a lot of people have Neanderthal DNA, especially Asians and Europeans have the most Neanderthal
down
DNA.
to a rock and filled it with water, and like a chia pet / sea monkeys.
Wait, saying an alien put DNA in the... Wasn't that the beginning of Prometheus? Fucking terrible movie? Like, what the fuck?
Was it the beginning or the ending?
No, it was the beginning. They show a pale guy put DNA in the water.
Okay. Yeah.
The movie sucked. Anyway.
I'm glad you thought it sucked, because I also thought it sucked. But I also wasn't a huge fan of the Alien movies. I'd watched them as a kid. And then I went in there and I was like, I don't like this. I don't like this movie at all.
Oh, it sucks either way. It's like, fan or not, it'll suck either way. Anyway, let's see what else he's got.
We had to pause right on the
This is
silent
my
moment.
theory. You can take it or leave it. I currently
I'm gonna
have a
leave that
spiked
theory.
collar, bandana, and my skull necklace. So 3 neck accessories. Got $35 from Apple Cash. Put that $35 towards getting my account out of the damn negative. Fred, I'm not shouting out sickos. Thank you for your $2.69. How stupid do you think I am? You know what kills me about my fucking YouTube trolls? Is, they might pull a fast one on Cobra every once in a while, but when I figure out their devious plan, they're stupid enough to keep doing the same prank over and it's not even a prank, it's just fucking mean, dude. It's not about the donations.
When did he get the microphone?
I don't know.
I was gonna say I thought he was just talking to his camera mic this whole time, and he had a microphone.
Yeah, this is a new. I wonder if it even works.
It's
karaoke
codes as a
codes.
prop.
It's about hanging out with the fans. Just DoorDash orders. That's why my account's in the negative. 21 is as low as I go on the dating scene.
No.
Oh, this is hilarious. This is like they used this so much against him. What he says here.
I go 21 and below. That's as low as I go.
That was a,
wait, what?
That was a Freudian slit. He meant 21 and over, obviously.
As low as I go is 21 and below.
21 and below.
Maybe this guy grew bit salad. I don't know.
Maybe he was talking about temperature, like, you know.
Yeah, what's the
don't-
context?
We don't need warm bodies around here.
How cold do you keep your apartment? I go 21 and below.
But if you do, it is appreciated. Hey,
Some people like their ice cream extra
$18.63 in
chilled.
Cash App. That's pretty sweet. You cash that out. Hey, Trenton, I'm not shouting out that person. You're a fucking disgusting piece of shit. Thank you for your $1
Someone needs
holler.
to tell them, like, even if this microphone's a prop, you're supposed to have it
Tony,
about
this is so
an inch and a
cool.
half, 2 inches
You're
away
here.
from your mouth.
Be cool if Ben and Billy did a talking about tapes or something in the future. I'd be okay if you got rid of Johanna and Crystalla and replaced them with these sweet boys.
Wow.
That is the weirdest spelling of Johanna and Crystal. They made Joe and Hannah into two separate names, and I don't know what the fuck that Crystal was.
They must be reading the subreddit that misspells everybody's names all the time.
Do you guys watch newer movies? Because at the end of the month, I started doing a live show where I just like cover new releases.
Billy sees every movie. Yeah, he sees
right.
almost every new movie that comes out.
Billy, I still got to make a list for this month. I will send you the list if you want to be on.
I would love to.
God, my trolls are stupid. They're beyond
Have you
fucking
seen
stupid. They're like, oh,
Landscape with the
No, I wanted to. It played nowhere. It played nowhere near here.
I caught it in a window at the theater. It was very, very fun. Very good little film. Little film. Little flim. Good
Little arty film, not garbage that I usually see.
I still want to see. I still want to see Fantasy A gets a mattress.
I know. I was hoping to see
didn't
it in
even hear about
theaters. It's a local Seattle movie about this local Seattle rapper with autism.
Yeah.
And he gets kicked out of his group home and has to find a mattress to live in the streets.
Yeah, the reason I started doing monthly wrap-ups, one of the reasons is so I could talk about movies that I know if I did a full episode they would buy. Like I did Asteroid City a few months back, but I sandwiched it in between reviews for like Spider-Man, whatever. So I'm like, all right, I can finally talk about this movie and not lose too much fucking money. But no, I really want to see that landscape one.
Have you seen the new movie trailer for Onyx the Fortuitous' new movie?
No, I did not see
Oh my
that.
God.
I have it in the list here, so
we're gonna watch that one, baby. That's gonna blow your mind.
oh, we got Cobra to shout out sickos. So we're going to keep trying to do it, thinking he's not going to get wise to it. It's like, fuck off, dude. Kai, you're a disgusting sick fuck. I'm not answering that. I wouldn't have to because they would just get anti-venom. You're disgusting for even asking that. What the fuck is wrong with people, dude? Sincerely. You better answer me, boy.
Sincerely,
like, I'm
King
not gonna answer
Cobra.
shit, you fucking disgusting.
See, King Cobra inspires so much creativity amongst the people that watch him too. Like there's people that animate him like this.
On the way to my friend's house, I stopped by Conoco to get a pack of Southern Cuts, and cute-ass senorita working behind the counter, and Smooth Santa starts playing.
Smooth
on the
Santa.
radio. You know the song I'm talking about. Give me your heart, make it real, or else forget about it.
I love Smooth Santa though. It's really cool. There's a Carlos Santana movie coming out too.
Yeah. I love Smooth Santa. Rob Thomas from Mitchbox 40. He's really good too. I listen to that song all the goddamn time.
I started getting into the music and singing along with.
For the longest time, I watched Veronica Mars thinking it was a Matchbox 20, a television show. It was made by a direct, like a TV showrunner called Rob Thomas. I thought it was the same guy.
I'm like,
I was wrong.
I'm here for a pack of smokes. What's up? What's good? She got a blast of my pheromone soap, a taste of my sexy singing voice, and my don't give a shit attitude. And that's all it took. As soon as I walked out the door, she was like, damn, that goth dude is sexy. I totally date him. Fucking packed my smokes, fucking hopped on my chopper bike and took off. What's up?
It's great. There's a bunch of those.
I love it.
Someone also did like almost like video game or like movie endings, like a good ending and a bad ending.
Yeah.
Like this.
And so, the gothic bad boy who cheated death in the cemetery outside Casper, Wyoming, had cheated death once again. And the Cobraverse was forever changed.
And it goes through like what happened to everybody after this, and the good ending is like everyone ends up great. Like he ends up like he quits drinking and gets back together with the like one girlfriend he had back in the day.
Oh, I remember that girl. Did we like comment on her videos that one time?
Stephanie. Yeah.
How's she doing? Did she turn out okay?
Well,
she has a new boyfriend.
She was groomed.
Oh. Uh-oh.
No, she's got a new boyfriend, I think.
Yeah.
She goes by the name Mint now.
Oh no. Yeah, let's check out this trailer. The Onyx the what is it? What's his name?
Onyx the Fortuitous.
Okay.
I really like this guy. He was I'm friends with these filmmakers. They made a movie called Heebie Jeebie TV.
Yeah.
And he has like a cameo in the beginning. And I remember when I saw him, like, oh shit, I like that guy.
Right? He's old school internet.
Yeah.
I remember him from the fake like Satanic Temple news story.
Yeah.
An official selection of Sundance, baby.
Marcus Trilberry.
Oh my God, look at that computer.
Order up, number 46.
At his work, he gets no respect.
What, Marcus? I was just wondering if you got my new name tag in yet? Because this says Marquay Dickberry.
At his home, he gets no love.
I could understand if your father was still in the house.
Oh, Barbara Cranston.
Your stepfather and my lover.
And with his friends, oh, he doesn't have any.
Damn.
But all he needs is a chance.
Congratulations, congratulations, congratulations.
I've been invited to Bartok's mansion to take part in a once-in-a-lifetime ritual in which he, along with 5 of his most loyal followers, will attempt to raise the spirit of the ancient demon, Abaddon.
You're not going anywhere until you scoop that litter box.
Aw.
Now he's off on an adventure.
Is the ritual going to work? Shall we relate to the talisman?
All 5 are present. The queen, the Viking, a werewolf, the witch, and you are the virgin.
When it's the end of the world, a new hero must rise.
Patty Slinger?
When in doubt, skewer it out.
In the grimoire, after the ritual of Abaddon, there was a warning. Beware the prophecy of Fortuitous One.
What? What?
What?
Marcus Trilberry and the
I'd really love it if you called me Onyx the Fortuitous.
Onyx the Fortuitous and the Talisman of Souls.
Like.
Oh, hey. What are y'all doing in here?
How could this movie fail, right? Like, how could it fail?
I'm totally into it. I like Barbara Crampton. I like looks like Jeffrey Combs was the one wizard looking dude.
Yeah.
I didn't even know this was really happening. So
Right?
I really want to see this.
Right? I thought maybe you'd know about it, but I was like, man, we gotta sneak this one into the show tonight. This looks like money.
Yeah,
it wasn't on my radar, but I'm excited for it.
I grabbed the Fantasy A Gets a Mattress trailer so you can see it. It for a while it was selling out every night at like the local theater that was playing it.
Okay.
This guy's known for putting flyers all over the neighborhood that he lives in for like his rap stuff that he does. It's interesting. We featured him in our cringe rap segment like 5 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, here he is.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Fantasy A.
That's it, y'all. I'm done being nice and letting my whole city push me around. From now on, the A in my name stands for Fancy App. Nothing to hold us back.
Oh.
We're coming closer, straight to the top. Closer and closer. Don't try to stop us now. We're like a bulldozer, straight to the top. Closer and closer. Now, individually, see our capability.
Fantasy A Gets a Mattress.
Now, one at a time. You know that's me. A rocket to the rhythm to the T.O.P. The mellow man, a third MC of the crew.
I see my boy Reddy Ron's name there in the credits. Reddy Ron, who DMX accused of giving him a crack addiction. DMX said Reddy Ron was the man who got him addicted to crack. I think that's unfair. You can't just make somebody addicted to crack.
How much crack was he giving him?
I'm pretty sure they were probably sharing it. I don't know. Yeah. Could you imagine if Reddy Ron's cleaned up his act? I wish DMX had too. DMX was a very good guy. I loved his rap. But my guy Reddy Ron is not guilty. The internet went after him because that clip resurfaced of DMX in an interview talking about Reddy Ron giving him a crack addiction.
Exactly.
Like, that ain't
just
right.
Like,
that ain't right.
Just like Andy Dick is not guilty. Sure, he got Phil Hartman's wife hooked on drugs and made her relapse, and she ended up murdering Phil Hartman. But it's not Andy's fault, all right?
He didn't kill Phil Hartman.
He did not kill Phil Hartman.
I'm gonna say this: if your wife got that dog in her and she's willing to kill you and smoke crack with Andy Dick, that's not Andy Dick's problem.
One night
had that dog in her.
One night we had this woman named Gucci's on our show. She's like an IRL streamer, and she was super drunk and she passed out on the couch. And all of a sudden her phone started ringing, and we picked it up and it was Andy Dick calling her. And we answered it. And Andy Dick was like, "You gotta turn her over. She can't lay like that if she's passed out." It was hilarious.
We're like, shut the fuck, Andy Dick.
Yeah.
You want people not to die of drug overdoses now?
Yeah.
When did this happen, you asshole?
Yeah, when did this happen, Andy Dick?
You all of a sudden care now? I mean, we love Gucci's, but she's no Chris Farley.
I don't know what I would do in that situation. I'd be like, he'd be like, "You got to turn her over," and I'd be like, "Remember In the Army now? What was it like making that movie, Andy?" I'll be like, "I don't fucking remember."
Yeah,
I have no idea.
I live in an
all
RV.
I know is either me or Pauly Shore blew me or Pauly Shore. That's all I know. That's all I can recall.
Did you guys see the Tucker Carlson interview with the guy who claims he had sex with Obama back in the late 90s?
I saw a little bit of it, and I'm
Is
like,
this a new one?
Yeah, I think it's the same guy, but he did an interview like just a couple days ago with Tucker.
Didn't this already run the circuit like a decade ago?
It's back.
Yeah.
I don't know
Tucker-
what the fuck what's
Tucker
going
can't
on
get
with
a better
Tucker
guest?
Carlson? Like, this is the best guest. First off, it's weird that he's doing stuff with Andrew Tate, and it's like, it's kind of awkward. And now he's just like, "Oh, we're going to talk to this gay guy who is probably pretending that he had sex with Barack Obama." Like, wait, so I'm like, is Barack Obama running for something? Why do we even care about this?
It's like, I don't even know if I'd want to watch an interview with a guy while he's fucking Barack Obama.
In retrospect, it's pretty amazing that Barack Obama got as far as he did. In 2004, the summer of 2004, Barack Obama gave the keynote address at the Democratic Convention in Boston. And when he walked to the podium,
Reddit is saying that the DNC was grooming Obama to be president at this event.
Only a small percentage of people in the room knew how to pronounce his name. He was totally unheard of.
Abaddon, the Fortuitous. Obama, the Fortuitous.
Knew Barack Obama. At the time, he was a state senator in Illinois. 4 years later, he once again spoke to the Democratic
That's
Convention,
what we needed in
but this time
2020. We needed a nice Obama speech from some young up-and-comer.
as the nominee. Meteoric doesn't begin to describe it. How did this happen? Well, the outlines are fairly well known, though rarely talked about. A small group of Democratic donors, mostly in Chicago, decided that Barack Obama was their guy. He was the vessel for their ambitions. They paid for his campaign. They paved the way for his rise. He spent 2 years pointlessly in the United States Senate preparing to run for president in 2008, and of course, in the end, he won. But the question was, who was this man? Where did he come from? What did he spend his life doing before he became president of the United States? Well, the news media, whose job it is
He couldn't get Barack's brother. Barack's brother will talk to anyone. He couldn't fucking get him.
Barack's brother said he said he'd marry just Pearl things. You know, the fucking right-wing manosphere fucking weird bitch. She was fighting with Adam 22. Adam 22 was like, she was telling out Adam 22 for letting his wife have sex with a big black porn star.
Yeah.
And Adam said, "Oh yeah, well you're not marrying anybody right now." And Malik Obama came through and said, "I'll marry that bitch."
To those questions, spent the entire 08 campaign trying to keep you from knowing the answers. By election day, most Americans knew only one thing about Barack Obama, other than he was handsome and a good communicator. Hope and change.
Gay. Tucker Carlson.
Gay.
I never call Barack Obama handsome. I'm very straight.
Yeah, the only time
nothing about
oh shit.
The only time I ever said handsome about Barack Obama was when I said, "Hand some of that dick over here, tall guy."
him, his origins, what he believed, and legitimate questions about those facts were turned away, as they often are, with the claim, "That's a conspiracy theory. You're crazy. Shut up." One of the most interesting moments in the 2008 campaign occurred when a man, like Obama himself, came from out of nowhere to recount
This is
his
the most fucked up part about this interview. Like, I don't ever want to hear a character study from like your worst ex. Like, if this was Michelle Obama talking, I'm like, all right, spill the tea. Let us know about this sick motherfucker. Let us know. Does he plug your ass? Does he like to eat your farts? Let us know. But like the worst person you ever fucked, I don't care what you think of me. You're literally the bottom of the barrel. I don't think any better of you. I probably just used you to dump my cum and run. I was probably waiting 9 months afterwards to make sure you didn't have a little me in you.
Experiences with Barack Obama, the man. His name was Larry Sinclair, and he told an amazing story. He said that in 1999, he had encountered Barack Obama in Illinois, had sex with Barack Obama.
Tucker thinks a story about gay sex is amazing.
Yes.
And then
coming out of the closet,
right?
What is the point of this?
Right?
Sinclair went on.
The only amazing sex I can think of is that Virgin Mary when God impregnated a 14-year-old girl. That was the only amazing sex I can think of.
Disavow.
These claims publicly at the National Press Club in Washington to sign a sworn affidavit and to take a lie detector test. But he was dismissed. In fact, he was attacked. Obama shills like Ben Smith of Politico batted the claims out without refuting them. They're absurd. And the rest of the media followed suit. But the claims weren't absurd. We're not claiming they're true, but they were certainly credible. This was a first-hand account of Barack Obama.
They're not true, but they're credible.
Yeah, wait, credible from who? Isn't it just the guy?
It's just
this was a first-hand account from a crackhead.
By someone who's willing to sign a sworn affidavit to that effect.
So, I was doing crack. I was looking for crack. And it just so happened Barry Obama had crack in a limo. And I was like, shall I suck you? And he said, oh, yeah, sure. My wife, Michael, couldn't do it tonight. If you could.
Question is, whatever happened to Larry Sinclair? What's his life been like since?
Look at this guy.
It turns out Larry Sinclair is still alive. He lives in Mexico. But today, he's in our studio, and we're happy to have him. Larry Sinclair, thank you so much.
Thank you for inviting me.
Where did you meet him?
I didn't know he sounded like that.
Yeah. He has almost no upper teeth, too.
You could tell why.
Barack Obama.
It was by accident.
He's got carpal tunnel in both wrists. He's got those special carpal tunnel. Yeah.
He was just double dutching. There might not be a man in this world he didn't suck.
Yep.
I was in the Chicago area in '99 for Lee Duke's graduation from the Naval Academy.
Look at this guy 24 years earlier before you judge Obama, okay? He's not getting blown from this guy now.
Yeah, I'm looking at Obama in the 90s. I feel like he could have done better.
He probably
could have. But the one cool thing about crackheads, you don't care if they're better or worse, right? You know you're just getting that crack suck. You know they're going to be into it because they know at the end they get a prize.
Basically my godson.
Okay.
I had hired a limousine service.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Did you live in Chicago then?
No. I was actually living in Colorado. I had flown in the night before.
Okay.
So, I had hired a limousine service, had made it.
And this limo driver happened to know where he could not only score drugs but hook up with random men. He's like an amazing limo driver.
I mean, that's really not that amazing.
Yeah, he probably
people who rent limousines know their clientele.
I was gonna say, yeah, he probably drove these people. That actually isn't the most insane part of the story.
Yeah, one thing about limousine services and all those services, they share each other cards. They break each other off pieces of the pie when they keep the business within the circle. Yeah. That's 100% how it works.
The driver aware that if Lee couldn't leave the base, because once they graduate, some of them actually get their assignments and they're shipping out and they can't leave the base, that I was still interested in going out, and had asked the driver if he knew anybody that was available that might want to show me, Chicago. And he said he did. So
well, who was the driver?
His name was Jameer Motani. It was a 5-star limo.
Say the guy's name.
Right? All this guy was doing was the fuck. This guy never won presidency. Why is he on the chopping? This is a whole other case of poor Monica Lewinsky and how she was victimized after doing a little suck.
Yeah.
So you're just a guy who's in town for the night, and it sounds like you're looking to party, actually.
Yeah.
That's what you're really saying.
Yeah. Well, I was in town for a few nights, but I was definitely looking.
Tucker, what the fuck?
Look, if your name's Barry, if your name's Barry, this guy is sucking you. My last name's Barry, I know.
Why is Tucker? I'm sorry. He seems really into this story.
He loves it.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, really?
See,
okay.
Part of the reason why this is getting rehashed is because one of Obama's ex-girlfriends leaked a letter that he wrote to her admitting that he had had gay fantasies at some point in the past. So now they're digging this guy back up.
Representative of the Necromancer wants to point out that this guy has been convicted of fraud and other such crimes multiple times. He's a crackhead. Duh.
Why is Tucker talking to this guy? Is he that desperate?
He is. Yeah.
Oh,
and
did you make that clear to the driver?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He couldn't
there was
get
no
anyone to be on his show after getting kicked off Fox News. He couldn't.
Right.
He got Trump that one time, but then he has like fucking Andrew Tate and shit. Like you can't get like real. Oh God.
Now that he's on Elon Musk's platform.
You can't get Elon Musk.
He's probably saving Amber Heard for sweeps week.
He's like, all right, I got Donald Trump, and then next is elderly crackhead.
That's so fucking bad, dude. That's so bad.
Had sex with Barack Obama in the 90s.
Understanding
honestly, what is that like? If I was Trump, I'd be fucking pissed that he's following me up with this fucking guy.
I mean, that's worse from like having Tony from Act the Movies and then Vito. Like, what the fuck? You couldn't do any better?
Yeah, from Tony to Jizwaldy, Trump to Swalwaldy.
I feel bad Vito retweeted this link earlier, and I'm just shitting all over it.
Everybody, please like the stream too. Like, if you can, please. If you just showed up and you haven't liked the stream yet, please. Likes are very important, so please do.
Yeah, hold on. Let me look. You know what? I have this problem in my fucking video. There's 191 people watching, 89 likes. Come on, guys. Takes 5 seconds.
Step up.
Merrily. Like this fucking stream.
There's no excuse to not like it.
Extremely.
Okay.
Yeah. There was no doubt what I was looking for.
Okay.
And he picked me up at my hotel in Gurney and drove into Chicago, pulled up in a bar outside, and there's this guy that's introduced to me as Barack Obama. It was literally that casual.
Had you ever heard of him?
No.
Did the driver know him?
Why would he ever hear of him in 1990 whatever?
Had you ever heard of Barack Obama? Well, actually, yes, he was on my fantasy draft political sheet. I had called him that year to be sent.
I don't know. I couldn't name one gay prostitute or anything like that.
You remember the driver's name? This guy's good with names.
But here's the thing: didn't Obama go by Barry back then too? Like, why would he
his name was Barack, right?
Right, but he went by Barry, and for a while he had his stepdad's last name, and then he took his birth father's last name back for a little while.
He might have been Barry amongst friends when he was doing suck business in the back of a limo. That's Barack the Rock Obama.
The driver definitely.
Maybe he had sex with The Rock and he just like
right. I do think The Rock might be gay, right? Like he is just too good to waste on women.
Because the driver said that he was a friend.
Interesting. How would the driver be friends with Barack Obama?
I only found out later, dealing with a reporter from Bloomberg News, that apparently the limousine company had been doing business with Tony Resco, that at the time was somehow affiliated
was
with
in
Barack
Obama's
Obama.
orbit.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Interesting. So he knew Barack Obama.
So you found a connection to Barack Obama. They had get caught for this, and you just formed the story around Barack being there to get the suck.
You know what? If I was Barack Obama, I would just admit to all this because it would make a hell of a biopic. Like I went from being limousine service male prostitute for crackheads to becoming the president of the United States.
I've got my dick sucked by many men in the back of a limousine, but never that silly fucker.
Barack Obama.
I'd be like, yes, when I came here from Kenya, where I was born, I think
the mistake was when I was in the back, I said, Kenya, suck my dick.
Kind of partying you were looking for.
Yeah.
Okay. So sex and drugs and upwards.
The sex part I wasn't so sure about until, of course, you make your move, but it became obvious very quick.
You know how consent is. You never really know if you have it until it's over.
The coke part I thought was interesting because of the way that I had brought it up.
So I'm stepping on your story. So you pull up, and I apologize. So you pull up to this bar. The driver is basically scouting some dude for you to hang out with.
Correct.
There's this guy, Barack Obama. Have you ever heard of Barack Obama?
Never.
You already answered that.
We're having drinks. I mentioned
By the way, have you heard of Barack Obama? And before you sucked his dick, did you know what a fucking star you were blowing?
Could use.
Because I'll tell you what, according to Courtney Love, she knew she was blowing Ted Nugent when she was underage. That's what Courtney Love said.
I was extremely exhausted.
So you went into the bar?
Yes, sir.
What kind of bar was it?
I'm trying to remember. I've been trying to remember the
name. Tucker wants him to say a gay bar so bad.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know that the glasses had.
You have a limousine with crack and cocaine. You don't need to go to a gay bar if you've already got a Barack Obama there too.
Hey, maybe he wanted to dance. All right.
You could dance in the limousine. There's a fucking that little roof window comes up. You jump up with your fucking shirt off and your dick out, getting the fucking blow and go. It's rolling time.
On them, because I remember taking one home for a friend of mine.
But I mean, generally characterize it. Was it working class bar, gay bar, strip bar?
It was upscale, quiet. Wasn't really that. That really didn't have a lot of energy to it. It was more relaxed, more like
is this video in half speed, or is that how this guy talks?
That's how
this guy talks.
Yeah.
Somewhere where people would go and get loud and crazy.
Yeah.
I just want Tucker to go, you're lying.
He won't.
Because Tucker is relying on him lying.
Which made it easier to talk. But like I said, when I brought up the fact that I could use something to wake up, he immediately knew what I was referring to, had made it clear that
I could use something to wake up. Well, do you think you might want a little
bit of that booger sugar?
Would you like some coffee? Some no-dose and coffee? We can get you a cup of coffee. Oh, no, Barack. That's not what I meant. Oh, obviously, you must mean cocaine. I have ample amounts. Crack, too, if you like.
I was looking for coke, and I really was, and had made the suggestion that he knew where we could get it, and we left to go get it.
Interesting. Did he say what he did for a living?
Nope. I had no idea that he was a representative in the Illinois House. I had no idea he was in politics. I just knew that he was supposedly married and at the time was going through some issues with the marriage.
He said that?
Wait. So he's already in like the representatives, and he's also a prostitute for a limousine company.
Apparently,
I don't know. I feel like you kind of leave.
Do we know he was a prostitute? Maybe he was just a party boy.
Okay, maybe, I guess.
Because there's a distinction between prostitute and party boy.
Sometimes the lines are blurred, though.
It can be blurred. Yeah.
Sometimes you just decide you're a prostitute.
That's what the song "Blurred Lines" by Robin Thicke was about.
I know you want it.
If you're riding in my limousine, I know someone you can pay for sex, and I know someone you can get sex with for free. Depending on what you're working with is what you'll get.
Billy, I want you to do me a favor.
Yeah.
If I ever get 100,000 subscribers and they give me like the plaque, the day afterwards, I want you to hit social media going, I had sex with Tony from Hack the Movies in 2009.
Okay.
In Philadelphia. What do you just attack me like this guy?
You need to know how dangerously accurate I'll get based on very minimal information.
And I'll be like, I've never heard of Billy the Fridge. And they'll be like, but you've done videos with him.
Right?
Oh, shit.
Was made.
I'll be like, we were laying there and he was complaining about the movie Dick.
Claire. Yeah.
Like, that's fucking Tony, dude. Classic Tony.
Are you talking about the Richard Nixon movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure that was written by Bruce McCullough from Kids in the Hall. I think he plays Woodward or Bernstein, one of those two in there.
I haven't thought about that movie until Billy just said it. To be honest.
Since we were in bed together, Tony.
Since we were in bed.
Did he say what kind of issues?
No.
Do you remember? No. So you said, I'm looking for someone to wake up. He knows you're referring to cocaine. I know where to get it. What happens next?
We get back in the limo. The driver takes us wherever it is that Barack had instructed him to take us. I had given Barack $250 to pay for coke. He gets out, comes back. I start putting a line on a CD tray to snort.
What CD was it?
Yeah, why did he have a CD tray in a random limo that he got picked? Like, I don't understand.
Well, this is the late '90s. You're gonna
maybe
you're gonna have CDs.
Because
you're gonna want to have CDs.
He flew in from Colorado. He's going to some kind of military graduation. He calls a limousine service, and he just randomly brought his oon music with him, or what?
They have them at the airport. You pick up a couple of CDs to play in the limo because you know you're about to have a coke night.
He's like, I had that bop song stuck in my head, and
Honestly,
I made him stop by the Sam Goody so I could buy the
Sam
bop CD.
In the late '90s, you're going to be able to pick up the CD in the airport. Like that's any little shop will have the CDs there, the same way they have books and bullshit there. Little tchotchkes you can buy the kids when you're flying in from a airport meeting. The '90s is going to have it. I'm pretty sure he probably picked up an Eric Clapton CD.
In the limo. Yep.
Driving or parked?
No, the driver's driving.
Yep.
I start to put a line on a CD tray, and I just happen to notice that he pulls something else out of his pocket. And next thing I know, he's got a little pipe and he's smoking. So I don't have an issue with it. I mean, some people smoke, some people snort.
Smoking the cocaine?
Yes. So as I'm doing a line, I just start. This is the part where you kind of make your move to see where things are going. So I just started rubbing my hand along his thigh to see where it was going, and it went the direction I had intended it to go. So the night became somewhat active sexually and drug-wise in the limo.
So you hit on him. Did he seem shocked by that?
Not at all.
Yeah. I mean, if you're smoking crack with a stranger in the back.
I'm smoking crack in this limousine with a stranger, and he's trying to suck my dick. I'm like, what? Did not expect this turn of events. How can I say no? I'm not a powerful man. I'm just one day going to be president of the United States of America.
Like, you got to imagine things might go crazy places.
Well, not only imagine it.
Not that crazy. You have to understand. I've done some stuff with an avocado I'm not proud of.
Look, I've done a lot of crazy things in my lifetime. I'm a pretty good judge of character, and I pretty much know whether or not I can move in a certain direction with an individual. I didn't.
That's what
feel
all rapists say, by the way.
Yeah. I don't know, buddy.
I said this last night to somebody.
that I was going in the wrong direction. I just wasn't so sure how much I could trust the individual at first. And that was probably one of my bigger concerns. But the fact that I was already becoming somewhat buzzed, you kind of throw caution to the wind.
Now you're picky? That's future President of the United States Barack Obama you're sucking, you asshole.
You know, I'm usually a pretty good judge of character when I'm inviting randoms into my limousine for crack cocaine.
I feel like he's just trying to like get other gay guys to notice him.
Yeah, this is 100%. This is all a ploy for him to get young
I just want
Republicans
you
to
fellas
suck
to
him.
know that I blew the president.
Oh, I bet you there's like a half a dozen Nick Fuentes followers who have blown this guy already. Like, oh yeah, he fucked Obama. Come on, guys, let's give him the suck. Let's let him suck us. We're Eskimo bros with Obama. Lit Nazi Party 2024.
Trust the individual. What does that mean?
When you meet someone out of the blue and you go to a level that you're doing drugs with, or you're giving money to purchase drugs, or even for sexual activity, you have to be sure that you can trust them. And when I say trust, I mean that you're not going to end up being robbed, or that you're not going to end up having a knife stuck into you.
Or 20 years later, they're not going to end up telling all on Tucker Carlson. This is the guy you can't trust,
Tucker
you fucking asshole.
I'm sorry, be more specific. Tucker on Fox News?
Probably was both. This guy's made his rounds.
And it's like, no, Tucker on X, and someone just goes, "What the fuck is that?"
Yeah, what is Tucker on X? Is that a Bang Bros production?
You know, from one direction or another, or that you're not going to pull up somewhere. And
Tucker
all of a
on
sudden
X seems like that drag queen porn series where they get high and slide their wieners back before getting rammed.
the car door is going to open and you got 5 people pulling you out of it.
Totally.
That's what I mean when I say trust someone.
And you've been around at this point in your life, big time.
Yeah.
Right. So probably not your first time in a situation like this.
Not at all. And that's why I said I pretty much know where I can go and at what point.
So you start rubbing his leg and I think, I'll just be totally blunt with you, like a man who's not into gay sex would be like, whoa, settle down.
Trust me, if it was something
trust me, Tucker, most men are not that strong. Most men say they're against gay sex until a blowjob's on the table.
A gorm job even, you know?
You were not interested in?
It really is how sick a lot of guys are, though. There's a ton of guys who will proudly say they'll beat the crap out of a gay person if they ever hit on them. And then you walk in on them at the MAGA rally, getting some lady MAGA suck it.
Yeah.
And you're right. I've had guys that I read wrong that would literally try to break your hand.
For sure.
If you went in that
For sure. Jason Aldean from a small town, he tried to break my hand once.
Tucker's like, oh yeah, for sure. That's definitely what I would do, viewers. But
I'm always breaking queer hands reaching up my leg.
It's like, wow, how many queer guys are going after you, Tucker?
It's not.
I'm sorry, my headcanon now is that Tucker's just gay.
I'm like the Steven Seagal of stopping gay blowjobs.
He did wear a bow tie for a very long time.
He's living vicariously through this guy.
Was something that he
tell me that again, but slower this time.
Wasn't into. It's not something that he was shocked by. Shocked by you.
Describe Obama's penis for me.
Get excited and you don't unbutton your pants and you don't.
Everything we've heard about Trump's is so unappetizing. Can we hear about Barack's, please?
And
tell me he's got a felt Swiss chocolate rocket, please.
Yeah.
So it definitely wasn't Barack's first time. That much
I promise you I didn't take his virginity. I promise you that.
Absolutely certain.
He knew all the places to rub my balls. He was definitely used to getting man suck. I'll tell you that much.
And I would almost be willing to bet you it wasn't his last.
So, so you performed oral sex on Barack
did.
Obama. You did.
I'll bet you it wasn't his last. He's like, trust me, this wasn't so bad that he'd quit. Okay, I'm pretty good.
In the driver's up front.
Yep.
And he's cool with this.
The driver has the partition up. He didn't have a problem with it. He didn't put it down for any reason.
I mean, he kind of set up the whole thing for this in the first place.
Exactly. And I have a funny feeling he had no bones to pick with it as far as what took place in it.
Yeah.
In fact,
so what
he
happened?
joined in with us.
Yes.
But after.
Now you're talking.
Afterwards, I actually went back to my hotel. I had specifically asked that he drop Barack off first, but for some reason he and Barack chose that they would drop me off at the hotel first and then he would take Barack.
Because
So
we skimped your bag and we got to smoke up the rest of this crack.
Barack actually
You
made
gave
the
me
drop.
$250. I brought you about $120 worth of fucking rock.
Drive out to Gurnee, which is a suburb outside of Chicago, to the hotel for me.
Why
to
do you
be
think he
dropped
called
off.
me? He gets a cut.
What hotel was that?
It was the Comfort Inn in Gurnee.
Ooh, that sounds depressing.
Ha! Tucker doesn't stay in the Comfort Inn. He's like, ooh, that sounds depressing.
What the fuck? Tucker's like, oh, I wouldn't have gay sex there.
Yeah, remember how interested he was when it was limo gay sex?
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, Comfort Inn, gross. Tell me more about this amazing Obama sex. Comfort Inn, ooh, ooh.
Well, you have to remember it was 99.
Yeah. No,
You have to remember, this was 99, Tiger. It wasn't much different between a Comfort or a Hilton at that time.
To the great
Just meant
Plains,
what type of
Great-
receptionist you wanted to blow a load in is all.
Tucker seems just having so much fun with this whole conversation.
Yes.
I'm shocked. Right?
He's
Up
very
until
happy.
the Comfort Inn, and then he was
Yeah.
like, oh, nope, this is
He's
too much for me.
He's like, I can't finish. That wasn't my ideal play.
Yeah.
Lakes Naval Facilities.
Yeah.
But
He's like, Comfort Inn is actually my safe word. I'm out.
got dropped
Can we pretend it was a Hyatt?
off. They left. The next day was somewhat interesting because he ends up showing up at my hotel room, which I thought was.
Oh, he came back for more.
Yeah.
He was so good that Barack Obama came back for.
Yeah.
Somewhat weird.
He was going to leave Michelle for me, but said it'd be weird running for Senate as a queer. He told me he'd have to leave me and he'd love me forever. I said, well, every time that your wife is railing you from behind with a strap on, just think of me, Barry. We winked, we kissed, we never spoke again.
So this guy just said it's weird how he showed up at his hotel room, but it's like you just like blew him and did crack with him hours after meeting him. But it's weird that he shows up at your hotel the next day.
Tucker's like, I've never followed up with a limousine tryst. I did a next day follow up. What is Barry? Are you telling me Barack Obama is a simp? He's a simp?
But
he wanted some more. So when you say
He
he
wanted some
showed
more.
up,
he showed up. I mean, I had
You
no
gave him
warning.
Yeah.
That's the difference between a liberal and a conservative. The only difference between a liberal and a conservative politician. The conservatives take the day off after gay sex to pray it away.
I was in the
Liberals are like,
room.
round two, please.
There's a
And
knock
they go
on
get
the
a slice of Comet pizza.
Delicious.
door. I open the door and he's standing there. And he's standing there with more Coke and he comes in and it was
He's
just
like, I got
a
the
quick,
Coke and my dick's still wet from last night. What do you want to do?
rehash or rerun from the night before.
exact same program.
Exact same program.
Was he smoking again? So Barack Obama
Did he pay
smokes
for the limo
crack and then you perform
Yep.
oral sex on him.
And like I said, the only reason I had come out about it is I had reached out to the campaign even in 2007, only because I saw all these kids getting excited about it.
Okay, wait. So
Wait. You're telling me. Hold up. You a gay man. You a gay man are going to give me even more gifts right now and say children shouldn't look up to gay people? I love you. I fucking love you.
Wait. That doesn't make any sense. What the fuck? Why? Why did he want to sabotage Barack Obama?
I saw him getting popular and the kids were getting behind him, and I said there's no way children should accept homosexuality. So I came out against Obama for letting
the gay
him suck
drug
him.
addict. I let everyone know that you shouldn't look up to gay drug addicts.
How did that
I
end?
mean, at least he has some self-awareness. He knows he's not a role model, but I don't know why he thinks everyone has the same life experience.
Like,
same way. You get off, you finish smoking, you leave.
Like, thanks, bye.
That's the lonely life of homosexuality on the road.
Huh. What did you think of him?
I thought it was interesting.
You know, the only thing gay people think is gay is cuddling, so you have to leave.
Tucker, this is so gay, Tucker.
I thought he was definitely a con. But
what do you mean by that?
Well, in my life at that point, you made it clear I had already been around.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah. So you know when people are
big time, you're really gay.
You're big gay.
Doing things because they actually really enjoy it, or they're sincere, or they're looking, for a connection, or they're doing something because they're looking for an in, or they're looking for a hook, or it's a game.
Yeah.
So for me, I felt that it was a game for him. It was like, okay, what am I going to get out of it? Or is there something I can get out of it other than just, the sexual part?
Right.
And
he also smoked your drugs.
Yeah.
Like, do you not understand? This is a double win for Barry O.
Me, I wasn't going back to Chicago anytime soon, so it really didn't matter.
So you were left with a bad taste in your mouth.
So Tucker wants you to know that this sex was amazing, but Obama still has an icky dick.
Yeah.
I like that you said that this was a double win for Barry, because that would have been his first double win. Having sex with this guy twice and then winning the presidency twice.
Yeah.
He really did it.
Right,
Two
back to
elections.
back.
His second speech, he should have been like, I can't believe I pulled off a back-to-back again.
Yeah.
My first time was in 1999.
Back-to-back POTUS and Throtus Gotus.
Something. Yeah. Yeah.
Did you talk to him again?
I did not. In fact,
And did you have any idea, even though you had sex with him twice, you did cocaine with him, watched him smoke crack twice, you had no idea who he was?
I had no idea who he was until I'm sitting in my house in Tequila, Nayarit, Mexico in 2004, and he walked on that stage.
Oh, this sicko.
DNC.
So he's not even in America? And he was trying to interfere with an election?
Yeah.
You know why he was in Mexico, too. He wasn't there on business.
He's a
This
sicko.
motherfucker knows there are sicko laws or lax out there.
We've all seen Brokeback Mountain. We know why
It
people
ain't-
in Mexico.
It ain't for the food, man.
Convention, and I literally hit the floor. I just hit the floor and was.
Wait, so you're watching the
That's so
Democratic...
good. Gay gang. Gay gang. Yeehaw got me feeling like a gay cowboy. Gay gang. No spicy. Asshole.
No
Cobra
spicy.
Pop.
Convention from Mexico.
I was
And the guy
laughing.
that smoked crack in your Comfort Inn with you.
I was laughing so hard.
And you were sure it was him?
I was absolutely positive.
Okay, you know what I think? So I told a story recently how when I was younger, I got kicked out. I got banned from the mall near my house. Me and my friends got banned. But we had to write down what our names were. Just like we had to sign something. And my friends were smart and they wrote down other people's names. So what I'm thinking is, say the story's true. It's not. There was just some guy, who didn't want to get caught. So he's like, oh, who's that guy I know? Oh, yeah, my name's Barack Obama.
Yeah.
Like he just took another guy's name. And this dude, who probably thinks they all look alike, was like, oh my God, that's the guy.
That's the guy.
Yeah, or
In
this
real
guy
life,
is
that guy
completely
was
lying.
something else, and he's just like, oh man, if like he goes to the cops or something, I don't want to know my real fucking name.
Yeah, like what's your name? Barack Obama. Because that's not a name you're gonna forget, right? Like you hear it once, you're like, oh, that's a good fucking joke name.
He pulled up a newspaper, was like, who's in the house? Barack Obama. I'll pick that name.
I don't
Yeah.
forget people I've met. I don't forget people I have spent time with. I just don't.
And
I believe you. I just don't defense always wins me over.
I mean,
Fuck
he is a drug addict and he likes to party. I imagine he's probably forgotten some shit.
I just don't.
Yeah,
I'm gonna need more than I just don't.
I forgot some of the stuff I did the other night just from alcohol. And this guy is way older than us, has been partying way longer.
Yes.
He's forgotten some shit.
I'm trying to remember what I had for lunch, and I know I went to Chipotle.
To restate, because I think you affirmed this, but he used his real name when you were with him. Did he call himself Barack or Barry?
Barack.
Barack.
And so did the driver.
Allegedly, this guy took a polygraph test and failed it too. Yeah.
You mean the thing that people know how to fake now? He couldn't even pull that off?
Nope.
Yeah, I think what we're gonna need is a taste test. Let's get Barack, Malik, and then some other random man in a lineup, and have him suck each one back to back. And if you can tell which one was Barack, I'll believe him.
And that's why
That's almost like one of those weird Japanese game shows.
at first, when everybody was referring to him as Barry, I just didn't understand or catch on. Because like I said, I didn't know that much about him, other than the fact that, hey.
You said you didn't know, you didn't know it was him until 10 years later. You didn't think of it until 10 years later. Nobody was ever calling him Barry around you. We never saw him as Barry Obama in the public eye.
Yeah.
This fucking dunce, this lying piece of shit dunce loser. Fuck you. Go suck poor dick. You can't suck rich dick anymore.
You hook up. You know, today it's Grinder. Back then it was,
the limo driver.
Yeah. A limo driver or a bartender, You ask and somebody knows somebody or somebody doesn't.
Amazing. Amazing. So you're sitting there in Mexico.
Amazing. Why?
This, and you think, that's the guy I had sex with who smoked crack with me.
Yep.
And what do you think?
Like I said,
I love that we have a clean clip of Tucker going, that's the guy I had sex with that smoked crack with me.
Right?
Yeah.
That's a journist saying that
That's
right
beautiful.
there, baby.
Yeah, that's going to be a great reaction for someone. That's the guy I had sex. Next time someone comes out as gay, I just want someone to share that video.
Yeah. Somebody needs to clip that with the quote from Barack Obama's book, where he's like, neighbor owes me $12 or something like that. He's like,
I just started cracking up. I freaked out. I had even pointed out to some friends of mine that were at the house that night, and I told them, I said, you're not going to believe this. I said, I blew this guy twice. And they just...
He's so happy. Look at him. This is the most I've ever seen him smile. He usually has like a scowl on his face.
And here's the thing, I actually wouldn't mind like Tucker just being like, hey, today we're going to talk about weird gay sex stories. That's actually a show I would watch, but I know that's the show he's not going to want to do. Like,
right.
Oh my God.
The smirk on his face, the smile on his face right now shows us that he wants to believe.
Look at the glimmer in his eye.
He wants. This is Christmas to him. He's like, for a moment, I will believe Santa Claus exists. I just want it for the holidays. Then I'll go back to believing normal stories.
Also, quick reminder, everyone, please like the stream if you haven't already. It's every little bit that you like it helps. So please help out with that.
You like this fucking video right fucking now.
Right now. And also,
you hear me?
Now's the time.
Goddamn video.
Now's the time to start a tip train. If you want to use the link that's pinned in the chat, send us a couple bucks that way. It helps us out tremendously.
Up.
Do it.
Do it.
But
Give
that's
us
the
the
thing
double
about
dip
me. I've
tip
never
drip
been in the
now.
closet. I've never hid. I mean, I'm always very direct and blunt. And, and
I
I'm
never
just like,
hid. I live in Mexico now, but I never hid.
Yeah.
He wasn't hiding. He was down there for the benefits, this sick fuck.
this is unreal, and
That's why Mitt Romney's father was born in Mexico, because a bunch of polygamist Mormons moved down there, and Mitt Romney's father was born in Mexico in like a weird Mormon colony that was trying to get past U.S. law when it came to like polyamorous marriages and that kind of shit.
Because a lot of people have a misconception, like the Mormons aren't really super about that anymore. It's like a super,
Not the Latter-day Saints ones, no, but
yeah.
there's like
It's kind of like people think there's more Amish than there are. It's like there's actually not a lot of Amish. You're thinking Mennonites, so they're not really like the Amish.
Yeah,
that's how I see it. I had to relate to something that's around here.
Oh yeah, I grew up in Ohio, and there's a ton of Amish in Ohio too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't this clip kind of cringy right now? Where he's talking about seeing Barack Obama running for president, and he's like, I just was thinking to myself, this is unreal. This guy I blew 2 times is running for president. This must be how all the guys that fucked Jennifer Lawrence before she got famous feel when they see her in Hunger Games.
Is this how the girls that I had sex with in college feel when they see that I'm very famous?
Yes.
That he was going to
the 3 of them that you.
Oh my God.
Yes.
You know, in 2008.
I got around in college, okay? I wasn't blowing through presidents and doing drugs, but, you know, I had fun. Asshole. I didn't always look like this. I was a handsome man.
But I was back from
ruined me, Billy.
Mexico, but
that's fair.
It was a strange feeling sitting there watching him walk across that stage and realizing who he was.
Huh. So what did you do?
Tucker is way too into this. Way too into this. Like all the times he's had the Stone Tucker face when people are saying crazy shit, and he's just like he's got the fucking look on his face where he can't fathom it. And here he's just like, oh my goodness.
I've had gay friends describe gay sex to me, and I wasn't as interested as Tucker is in this stranger's gay sex. Obviously fake gay sex story.
Yeah.
I've
seen people less interested while having sex.
Well, I didn't do anything in 2004, but when he announced his run for 2008, I did reach out to the campaign in late 2007.
Got fired from my Circle K job for keeping $5 in change that a customer didn't take, passing it on. Shop 7-Eleven for all your convenience store needs POS.
Thank you, Greg.
I will never go to a Circle K for as long as I live.
Yeah, something is afoot at the Circle K.
I was waiting for the Bill and Ted reference to hit.
That was a $5 that someone over tipped, and you got. Like, what are you supposed to do if the till's over? You can't accept that as a tip.
Nope.
That's fucked up. The store is only entitled to the money for the transactions. You know what I'm going to do from here on out? I'm going to get jobs only to rob the stores.
Robbing the
store. I'm going to be good guy, Billy, rob the stores and spend the money at 7-Eleven in honor of Drake Dragsaw.
I had seen a lot of these college kids talking about how thrilled they were,
So, like, he got mad that he saw young adults all enthusiastic about Obama, and he just decided, I'm going to out him for having a sexual escapade with me. Is what
he
he
was
doing.
afraid. Was he afraid that Barack Obama might make college kids try stuff like acts of homosexuality and trying drugs? Oh, yeah. I sure hope the college kids don't do that.
Right.
They never did that before Obama.
Well, I got to tell you, right now you're just kind of being a bit of a cockblock.
Yeah. Why are you doing that?
There was a candidate who was completely honest about his entire life, his drug use, what he did when he was in school. The constant back and forth. 1 minute is, yes, I did cocaine when I was younger, or no, I never did cocaine, but I smoked weed. So I just simply pointed out that all I was
Email
asking.
7-Eleven and get them to sponsor the show. Slurpees and big gulps all around.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah. $7.11 donations right now. Send them in honor of Drake Dragsaw. Fuck the Circle K.
This guy gave Obama a Slurpee.
Can I just say, this guy wearing those fucking wrist brace things during the interview, why couldn't he have just taken them off for the interview?
Good question. I was wondering that too.
He probably did hair and makeup, right? What is going on?
I thought he was going to be like, I have carpal tunnel in both wrists from having sex with Obama.
You know what would make sense is if he didn't have carpal tunnel, if he was like just one of those guys that can't help but masturbate all the time, and those are his deterrent cuffs.
Yes.
That would make more sense than having them on for carpal tunnel while you're doing a live interview.
Right.
Oh.
Don't you just simply come out and say, I did coke and I've done it as recently as 1999?
Because he's trying to be president, you asshole. Like, what the fuck? I don't tell people a lot of stuff I did.
Imagine,
in my early 20s.
Imagine that you could do something great for the world, right? But you knew you could never do that if they knew you had done something bad for the world. Wouldn't it be your obligation to hide that because you were going to be bettering the world in the process?
Barack had to live his goal of bombing children and sometimes doctors on accident. He wasn't going to let a little gay sex incident from his past stop that, okay? He had dreams.
Tell the truth. Put it out there and be honest. And
You think it's maybe like none of his friends believed him, so he's like, come on, Obama, admit it.
Let it stay as the truth rather than this back and forth. Never did hear anything back from them immediately.
Oh, they didn't respond? Impeach Obama.
It's a shocker.
Who did you reach out to? Do you remember?
I reached out to actually David Axelrod's office in Chicago. I'm trying to remember the letters because it was actually 3 letters.
And did you say I had sex with Barack Obama?
It was 3 letters.
This is the interesting part.
S-E-X.
Yes.
My first contact with the campaign never mentioned the sex whatsoever. That was actually brought to my attention by someone.
Someone had to remind you that you had sex with Obama? What? He's like, actually, I reached out and I didn't even remember I had sex with him. I was just talking about the crack. And then my friend said, wait, didn't he blow you too? And I was like, how did I forget?
Literally just received an email from 7-Eleven for an interview. Rounding out my bank account right now with this. Been a minute since I've supported the show. I promise all the effort you've put in thus far is appreciated by me and fans alike.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
He reached out to me in late 2007 claiming to be with the campaign, but wasn't with the campaign.
What do you mean that was pointed out to you? So you never told anyone in the Obama campaign you'd had sex with Barack Obama?
Not in 2007, no.
Interesting. But they knew?
Yep.
How? Who? Well, that's weird.
I'm assuming Barack.
That's the weird part of this story. That's how that's when it just got too weird for Tucker
himself, because
I'm assuming Barack told everybody that I was a good suck.
Yeah, because I was so good. I made a lasting impression, and he wants more. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Phone calls that I got in late 2007 came from a gentleman that I have repeatedly identified as Donald Young. And it was Donald Young who had mentioned to me that...
Yeah, this is the weird conspiracy theory that gets brought in here. Some guy named Donald Young contacted him and was like, I had sex with Obama too. And then that guy was like randomly killed.
The campaign was not going to acknowledge the sex and the drug interaction, and
Why
I was somewhat.
Would they? It's impossible to prove, and it doesn't benefit them in any way. And also, like I think you said, like this guy is known for fraud. Why would they do this?
Exactly.
Taken back.
Like I can't believe they wouldn't report on it. It's like, what the fuck?
I don't believe this guy could ever afford to blow money on a limousine for a night, let alone $250.
Well, we don't know what it was like in the 90s. Maybe
I was around in the 90s. I was a one-on-one part of crack transactions in the 90s. My father was deep in the crack game. Okay.
I'm just saying, maybe
you could have crack and you could have a limousine, but you couldn't turn into this and have both a crack and a limousine.
I'm saying maybe he was living it up and maybe he had some bad investments. I don't know.
I don't believe it.
Some people live large and then they fall pretty hard. Like
I believe this guy was always benefiting from the other person buying the bag and him blowing the bag.
Like I said, I had never mentioned the sex to the campaign at all at that point.
You told me that this guy got invited to suck Obama's dick and Obama gave him the crack for it. I'd say that's believable. But I don't think that he's both flying, buying, and sucking. I don't believe it. That's not how a gay drug economy works.
Gay drug economy.
But I had not in 2000.
Okay, that is amazing, and I want to get to who Donald Young was in just a minute. But I apologize for being a bad interviewer. But let me just ask the obvious question: what was Obama like on crack?
Okay, finally, Tucker's journalism gets back down to earth. Because this is a good question.
I love it. I'm sorry. I can't believe I was a professional, and I just need to know, what was he like on crack?
This is a really good question.
Actually, and I hate to say this because some people are going to think I'm really crazy. I knew a lot of people that smoked it because I was in Miami in the early 80s when it became quite popular. Similar to a friend of mine that I knew in Miami, gets extremely high, calm, almost euphoric. And then as it starts to come down, you know, the twitching and the looking, anything that looks white that's sitting on the seat or the floor, you assume is another piece that fell off. That, you know, you
He's explaining every crackhead carpet surfing. How was Obama? Well, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna even admit that I'm thinking of another person smoking crack when I tell you how he smoked crack, because I don't actually know how he smoked crack. So I'm using the story of my friend from Miami.
Didn't
fucking liar, dude.
Billy, didn't you say your dad like accidentally smoked a popcorn kernel or something?
Yeah, we were banned from eating popcorn at the fucking smoke area because he kept picking up little popcorn, little not kernels. He was picking up the little pieces of white popcorn, thinking they were rocks. Because he'd surf through the carpet and find these little white things. He put them in his pipe. He'd go to fucking light them, and they'd and blow up.
That's hilarious.
Thought he had a little fucking rock rolling. It was just some popcorn.
While he was high, pretty much the same.
Pretty controlled.
Pretty controlled, euphoric.
So he's explaining Obama on crack as being controlled, euphoric, and carpet surfing. I'm not even sure if this guy's ever smoked crack. This is the knowledge somebody would have of crack if they hadn't smoked crack.
Talkative, but not really saying anything.
So it was like his presidency.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Was it your impression? And of course, you would, strictly speaking.
And then
no,
I'll tell you, Tucker, when he started to come down, and I was blowing him, he just started punching me violently in the side of the head.
Your impression that this was the first time he'd ever smoked crack?
No. You don't. First of all, you don't buy crack, get in a limo, and have a pipe in your pocket if it's the first time you smoke crack.
Unless you're the dealer.
It's true.
That crack pipe could be for the first hits free dealer. Come on, the first hit's free.
So,
have a little crack.
I've
Cartoon All-Stars to the rescue.
Read about your story to the extent it's been written about, not very much. But I'd never read that Donald Young, this man Donald Young, called you and told you that he knew you'd had sex with Barack Obama.
That was the contact in late 2007 that I had that originally came under the guise that they were part of the Obama campaign.
So who was Donald Young?
Donald Young is a choir director and a school teacher. He was the choir director at Jeremiah Wright's church in Chicago, the same church that Barack Obama went to. He was also a very openly gay black man. But very well respected.
Did you know him?
I had never met him. I had not even realized that the person who was communicating with me had been killed until a good 2 months after.
So I'm going to get to that. So Donald Young is the choir director at Jeremiah Wright's church.
So yeah, this guy was the choir director at the church Obama went to that he used to get attacked for because the pastor of the church had said some stuff that they considered anti-American.
Okay.
Yeah, so the choir director at his church was also having a gay relationship with Obama.
Okay.
And I guess allegedly Obama had him whacked Is what he's going to try to say here?
Yes.
And
I have to out Stabby Hugs in our chat right now. Tell me you don't get a lot of blowjobs without telling me you don't get a lot of blowjobs. Stabby says, I kind of want a BJ from this guy now. He's talked himself up enough. The girls that talk themselves up about head rarely ever deliver. I'm sorry.
Publicly confirmed that he knew Barack Obama?
Oh, yes. Yes.
There's
Donald
no
Young.
way this mess could pull a hot piece of ass like young Barry Obama.
Thank you. Like, give Obama now. Maybe this man could suck an old Obama. I don't know. On a boring day, Michelle's out with the kids buying them like crumpets and sweet tea.
But what did this guy look like 24 years ago?
He ain't young Barack Obama hot. I'll tell you that much.
Okay.
His own mother has repeated.
At best, this guy looks like he could have been an extra on Seinfeld 24 years ago.
He said that
Could have
she
walked in
feels-
with Kramer and had a weird soup story.
This is Larry the limo driver.
Yeah.
He's friends with Stan the caddy.
Barack Obama.
It's just interesting that Donald Young would have called you. He's not working directly for the campaign that we know of.
Exactly.
But somehow he has a copy of your letter. It sounds like maybe Donald Young was on cleanup duty.
Somehow he has my phone number. Exactly. And
I
that's
feel
exactly what it
obligated.
was.
I've told people what not to look for when it comes to BJs and partners. A girl who will give you a good BJ won't say anything. She'll just do it.
That's true. That's true.
Just the other side of the coin, guys.
Because, like I said, the first calls were, I was led to believe that he was with the campaign. The last conversation that I'd had with Donald Young, he had actually come clean and said that he had been asked to call me and that his job was to get as much information from me as far as who I had spoken to, who I had given any information to, and to get that to them. He had told me to be careful, to watch myself, and to understand that the Barack...
He's not being careful. I mean, like, if he really believes Obama had this other guy whacked that he had also been having sex with, why would you go public with it?
Yeah,
100%.
It's weird that like they would whack the guy who knew Obama had gay sex and not the guy going around saying, I had gay sex.
Right.
with Obama."
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think that's the nail in the coffin of all this malarkey tonight.
Yeah.
Obama campaign was not in any way, shape, or form going to acknowledge anything or come out about anything. And he had made it clear that he had known Barack for quite some time and had had an intimate relationship with Barack for quite some time.
He told you that?
Yep. And that's when I knew that I could at least trust what I was being told. Originally, I had made it clear I
It's
didn't
about
feel
us.
comfortable
It's
with
about trust, girl.
the phone call.
I'm looking it up. You're right. All this shit was happening like 2009-ish.
Yeah.
Like, no one
I heard he was on,
cares.
someone said he was on Opie and Anthony at some point back in the day.
Just didn't seem right.
Him and Jim
But
Norton probably
after-
shared a couple of T-girls.
Yeah.
A couple of calls, it started to...
Are those ladies that serve tea? Is that what a tea?
Some people think.
Okay.
fall into place. And I had said the same thing to myself.
Wait, so you didn't know Donald Young existed?
Nope.
It sounds like you're not very political anyway. You weren't.
I wasn't at the time.
And you were just annoyed that Obama was talking about cocaine and lying about it.
I was extremely annoyed.
But the sex part had nothing to do with it.
No.
Then Donald Young, who you don't know, never heard of, calls up and says, by the way, I know you had sex with Barack Obama. I did too.
Yep. Pretty much.
Pretty much.
And even though you're more loud about it, I will be the one who ends up murdered.
Right.
And this is a longer conversation, which we're going to have in a minute. But I mean, Obama has a wife and kids, and he's telling America what a great family man he is. Is that, maybe you've seen this a lot? What do you think of that?
To murderous Obama's credit, if one guy comes out and says you blew him, you could call that one guy crazy. If two guys come out, that's when the second guy has to be stopped.
You're like, wait, I actually interacted with that second guy. That could look bad. This dude is clearly a fucking liar, but that other guy.
Oh, we can gaslight America into thinking I never got the massive suck from this guy. That'll be no problem. But this other fellow from my church, he must die.
You know, in 2008, I made it clear that Obama was having marital problems in 99, and everybody in the world said that I was crazy, didn't know what I was talking about. And yet, what was it, 6 months ago, Barack Obama comes out and tells the world that exactly what I said was the truth. In 1999, he and Michelle.
Did you not? That was in his fucking his books.
Yeah,
he's got tons of fucking
also
biographies.
He told you this guy who wants to do drugs and blow you, who's in office, told you his real name, and then also at some point vented his marital problems to you.
You know, I gotta tell you, normally I wouldn't fuck your silly little face, but my wife and I are having little issues.
Right.
Close to divorce? Really? 15 years later, what I say is the truth, but 15 years earlier, I'm a liar and a fraud? It's interesting how things...
Well, no, you are a fraud. I looked it up. You got in trouble.
You've been
for
convicted
fraud.
multiple times of fraud, and you can guess that a couple that's been together for a long time may have gone through some marital problems and be right 75% of the time.
Exactly.
But guessing that you blew him in the back of a limousine needs a little more proof.
Yeah.
Eventually come out. But yes, believe me, I've known guys that were completely happily married that will screw around with another
I gotta
man.
tell you, random stranger in the back of a limousine, I would leave my wife for you today. We're having some problems, but her name just looks better on a ballot than yours.
On a weekly basis and think nothing of it.
Does Tucker ever ask him about like the fraud shit?
I don't think so.
I'm sure he doesn't.
Of course, because that would throw this whole interview out. They're like, "Oh, so you're like a known like con man, okay?"
And
Thanks
if
for coming on the show.
Aren't we all?
And if you notice, he took a jab at Obama too, kind of showing the narrative that he's trying to make.
Is it your sense that that's who Obama is, just transactional, or that he's bisexual, or like what is this?
No, my feeling that Barack Obama is probably, he's definitely bi. I think there is a lot of transactional qualities to him, because I think whatever he does, it is looking for a hook or looking for a benefit.
Yeah. That's consistent with his public persona too, I would say. So Donald Young calls you actually end up, sounds like you kind of like and trust Donald Young.
I did.
Did he say how long he'd had a relationship with
He had just said that they had been intimate for years.
He gave me nothing to indicate that it was true, but I knew it was true because I myself was hiding a lie about blowing Obama.
But by the way, I'm looking at this stuff here. Like, he got in trouble for like writing, like forging checks and stuff.
Oh my God.
But
that's literal fraud. Literal fraud.
Yeah, literal fraud. Apparently, he said he did a 16-year jail sentence. I don't know what that was.
At that point, if he's getting in trouble for writing checks, maybe he did hire those limos and buy the coke himself.
In 1986, Sinclair was charged with check fraud. I like this. He was hardly a model prisoner. He was disciplined nearly 100 times.
Wow.
For a slew of infractions, from assault to intimidation, and even in prison, drug possession. I don't think this guy can't stop. He can't even stop in prison.
And what happened to Donald Young?
Donald Young was shot dead in his apartment, second floor in Chicago, Illinois. I think it was December 23rd.
No one ever gets shot in Chicago. It just doesn't happen. He must have been whacked by Obama.
2007. According to the police report and the death certificate, multiple gunshot wounds, close range, no forced entry, second floor apartment, yet not a single resident in the building heard a single shot, but yet they can hear every shot that's fired in the street outside.
Well, maybe the
Jeremiah
assassin
Wright-
used a silencer.
Mm-hmm.
Think Obama's going to send a guy into the apartment without a potato over the barrel?
announces that Donald Young's dead.
That's the silencer that Obama's using.
You just got to put a potato over the barrel and you're
What do they
good.
used to use like baby bottle nipples. That was like a thing.
Little pillow. You got a potato, a pillow, baby bottle nipple, whatever you need, man.
Should I use a silencer? That's too much money. Okay,
There's
I'm very responsible with the American taxpayers spending. Use a potato.
There's always two types of assassinations: the ones you don't want people to hear, and the ones you do want people to hear.
Earlier that morning, even before it was announced, even before he was declared dead. I mean, a lot of it just didn't make sense.
This is all public, and you can look this up, and it's still on the internet.
Along with your arrest.
Tell us about Donald Young's
your
mother.
arrest history.
Norma Jean Young actually is a former Chicago Police Department employee.
Really?
Really. She had worked for the Chicago PD. I had spoken with his sister Lorraine shortly after I realized that he was the gentleman that I had been speaking with. There were people at the time that were attempting to have Lorraine and other members of Donald's family file criminal complaints against me with Chicago because they wanted me arrested. They were trying to get the family to say that I was trying to con them or something.
Why would they do that, guys? Who Larry Sinclair here, a con man? I don't believe it.
Yeah. And I think that's pretty much, I mean, like, it's a little longer, but we pretty much got most of it. Like,
we've sucked everything out of this video.
We gave it a Slurpee.
Can we save the rest for like Pride Month or something? Like,
yeah, for real. We should have watched the first half in February and the second half in June.
I'm gonna step away for a minute here. I'll put you guys up here, and I'll be right back. Okay.
You know what's funny? Like all the right wing people, they always complain. They're like, "Oh, the shows are getting gay," and they're putting all this gay stuff. And then we'll talk about Tucker Carlson, and what he just did was gayer than anything I've seen on a Disney show or anything. I'm like, guys, this is really freaking gay.
They only hate gay stuff when it's being accepted. Yeah. When it's being used politically, they're like, "Oh, by the way, here's some."
Tucker's issue apparently is that Obama is lying about it, not that he did it.
Yeah. They only want to use homosexuality as a wedge issue.
Oh man, but yes, please come out with a story about us being gay when I get my plaque.
Yeah, and be like, yeah, you know Tony from Heck the Movies?
Yeah.
He likes to suck it from behind.
I'll be like, I have no recollection of this.
He told me that my asshole smelled like corn fritters when he sucked it from behind.
I'll do a video disavowing you with the plaque in the back. My 100,000 subscribers special, but also addressing the accusation.
While eating a plate of corn fritters, you sick son of a bitch.
Yeah, I really want to thank the fans for making this possible, and I really have to say that there's people attacking me right now, like Billy the Freak.
Who, by the way, had a terrible shit take on the movie Dick.
I mean, I've never seen Dick. What?
Yeah. I actually haven't seen the movie Dick either. That's weird. That's the one that came up. I was like, what's a movie that came out before 2008 and 2009? I'm like, I don't fucking know, Dick.
It's like late 90s. I'd be weird if I was like still having like a hot take on it.
Yeah, I know.
I'm typing in Dick movie. Oh, good. The first one showed up.
Impressive.
Let's see.
Type in Deep Throat movie and see what happens.
Okay. Dick film. Starring, Michelle Williams and Kirsten Dunst.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Produced by Gail Ann Hurd, who produced a lot of James Cameron. Yeah, a lot of James Cameron films. I think she was married to at one point.
Yeah.
Directed by Andrew Fleming, who wrote or co-wrote the films Bad Dreams, Threesome, The Craft, Hamlet 2. Oh, man. This is very... very successful guy here. He also directed The Craft. Nice.
Okay.
Yeah. This is our review of Dick. Me and Billy are reviewing Dick, a movie that I haven't seen since 1999. Do you think
it hasn't even talked about since 2009?
Do you think Larry Sinclair was on his way to watch the movie Dick when he was blowing up?
Yeah, that was his deep throat moment.
Speaking of Dick, I'm gonna go see that new movie about Nixon. Will Ferrell was Bob Woodward. Bruce McCullough was Carl Bernstein in it.
Okay.
And you got Terry Garr, Dave Foley, Jim Brewer, Anna Gass. That was a huge fucking a bunch of Fred Stewart's in the film.
Wow.
We're reviewing the movie Dick based off my memory of it and Billy's. I don't think he saw it.
I haven't actually seen it.
I think it came out when I was in high school. I think I saw it in the theater when I was in high school.
We found out it came out in 1999, and we assumed that Larry was on his way to see this movie after he blew Barack Obama.
Who wrote the movie Dick? Does it say who the writers were?
They're Andrew Fleming, who also directed it, and Cheryl Longan.
Huh. I thought
Andrew Fleming did he wrote and directed like The Craft, Hamlet 2, a bunch of other films.
Interesting. Yeah, I remember.
Bruce McCullough is in it.
Yeah, Bruce McCullough is Carl Bernstein.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It was okay. It's an interesting take on how Watergate happened and who Deep Throat was.
It's settled. You guys have to come to Pennsylvania in studio. We're reviewing Dick.
Okay. Let's do it.
We're going to call the episode Talking About Dick.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
3 men talk about Dick at length. That'll be the name.
At length.
Let's go. I also want to point out, because oftentimes I don't get the proper appreciation for my jokes.
Okay.
But me just choosing the movie Dick to bring up when we're literally talking about a sex-related presidential conspiracy, meta. Brilliant.
That is very
Genius.
meta. Very meta.
Genius. Just want to point that out for the kids watching at home who follow this podcast simply for comedic lessons. I know there's like 4 or 5 of you that are going to go one day and do a minute on Kill Tony and embarrass yourselves. But right here, right now, this is part of the learning process. Congratulations.
In the Seattle area, we have a local burger chain called Dick's, and one of the Dick's locations is right next to a Dick's Sporting Goods. So it's perfect. There's so much dick there in one place.
Is there a house nearby that belongs to a guy named Dick?
Probably.
I'm going to Dick's. Which one?
Well, to be 100% honest with you, the Bellevue police are also in that parking lot.
Yeah, they are.
And they're a bunch of dicks.
Yeah, they are. So people were saying before I went live, people were like, you should show Tony Jared Genesis. And I was like, he already knows who Jared Genesis is.
I know who Jared Genesis is. I'm not up to date other than a comment that he left me recently. But I'm not up to date on his shenanigans. I'm always interested in them.
He gave me 5 false copyright strikes on my side channel the other day. Or like 2 weeks ago, and today they just now fell off, and his channel got terminated. He did 100 false DMCAs to various channels in one day, and they all got like kicked back to him. And
is this why his new channel is Jared Genesis -DE3Z? Because that's the comment that I got from him the other day that just said your mom,
and it was YOUR, right?
YOUR, yeah.
Okay.
Your mom.
Okay. I was hoping he spelled it like you are mom.
I was too. I was really hoping he would too. But just your mom. I don't even know what it was in response to be honest.
You know, there's a little town in Nova Scotia called Yarmouth.
No, I didn't know that.
Yarmouth. So this is a little older of a Jared video because I picked one where he talks about you and some of your former co-workers and all of that. The people at Cinemassacre. Yeah, it's great. Here he is.
Well, just a reminder. When was this video? Is this newer or?
It's within the last year.
Okay, so I haven't worked for Cinemassacre since 2020, and this guy still has an issue with it. Okay,
Yes.
let's do it.
Well, there's people that come in here all the time and name drop people who haven't been on this podcast since 2018.
It's true.
2017.
2017, yeah.
Yeah.
Milking AVGN. That's what I'll call this.
He looks like he was just given birth to.
Hey,
Yes.
I mean, why not?
He is very fetal looking.
Motherfucker, you know? You take what you can get in this life. I know I sound like a giant clout chaser, but fuck, I don't care, bro.
Oh, I know why he's doing this. There's a channel that gets a lot of views when they like pick apart AVGN stuff.
Yeah.
Must have saw that and was like, this will be my ticket. It's like, I don't even like those guys, but I'm like, those guys have like production value and shit. You're an insane pedophile.
I see.
I bother to put a shirt on.
I see a lot of people that are like, it's like a new genre of content to be hypercritical of Cinemassacre. And I watched a whole video where this guy just like shits on the band that they do as like a side project. And it's like, they're not professional musicians. They're just a bunch of guys that formed like a garage band.
It was funny when that was like first starting. The only thing I've ever done for the band is I filmed part of like the music video and I'm in a second of one of them. But I remember someone was like, I bet you're really pissed you're not in that band. I'm like, I don't play fucking instruments. I don't. I'm like, it'd be weird if I was felt left out of the. What am I going to fucking do in the band? Just stand there like an asshole? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Tambourine.
You could have done tambourine.
Yeah, you know, I don't think they were in the market for a tambourine guy.
That's the role you always give to the girl one of the bandmates are fucking.
They're playing at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo in October, and I was thinking about going to it because I went to it last year. Yeah, it sounds like a fun time.
Right. Let's see what our good friend Jared has to say.
All right.
Holy tits, homie. I'll try to make this video on a more positive note. This will just be like my advice to James, I guess. My advice to James Rolfe on what he should do with the AVGN. Now that I have some people watching, you know what I mean?
So he was definitely riding other channels' coattails.
To get this shit off my chest, and I never really got a lot of people watching until now, so...
He doesn't have a lot of people watching. I don't even know what he's talking about.
He gets the most views from this show, right?
I would say it's a
couple other shows that go him his way, but they're almost always lull views.
Yes. Yeah.
No pressure, right?
But he says we clout chase him.
All right, so James Rolfe, let me
we
just
clout
say
farm him.
This, bro.
We're farming.
He can be a talented guy when he wants to be. You know, not just with AVGN. I love his reviews. I think his reviews are dank. He's good with that shit. You know, the Monster Madness.
They're dank. Let's boom. Let's dab. It's dank.
You gotta talk the kids' language if you're gonna talk them into.
Wow.
Listen, man. You know, he could. I got some people saying like, well, he's stuck, with the AVGN.
There's a pedophile following me home from school. He keeps using the word dank.
And he can't do anything else. I don't believe that, bro. Like, you shouldn't ever believe that as a YouTuber, as a, content creator. There's always another way out. You know what I mean? He's still got a loyal fan base.
Tell that to Kurt Cobain.
You know? I mean, yeah, he did lose a good few amount of people, but he still has a loyal fan base, and I personally think he should just, what he should do, and I had a fellow mention this in the comments, shout out to you, whoever you are, I forgot your name, sorry.
You do not get that many comments, you couldn't write down the one guy's name.
Right. Most of the comments he just deletes, like any negative comment he deletes.
Review newer
Yeah.
games. It's
Sorry, fellow child. I did not mean to spook you as you're walking home from school. I guess I have zero riz.
He started a TikTok and it got around, like someone uploaded, the Egghead who watches the show uploaded the video of him like admitting what he was into, and it blew up on TikTok. And you'd go to like his TikTok videos and it would say that he had like 500 comments on the video, and you'd go and they'd all be deleted.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's one thing he hasn't touched much of. stuff like PS2. And the great thing is also this would appeal to a new generation, James. You got to realize that there's so many shitty games
we did some PS2 games when we worked there. I helped out on some of the PS2 games, and everyone complained it wasn't retro enough. So okay, all right.
Yeah,
my cute Gammy Num Nums, rest her soul. She didn't know what PS2 was. She thought it was when you had a second thing to say after you've signed off on your letter.
PS2
on different consoles. You know, he's done a few here and there, but if you look at his content, it's mostly just like Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, NES.
And this guy's name is Jared Genesis, by the way, and he does retro gaming content. That sucks.
I was going to say, it's just really into the Bible. And holy shit, wait, are those Pokemon cards?
He is into the Bible, too, by the way. I don't know. What he does is he takes posters and different like magazine clippings and cuts them up all weird and sticks them to his wall.
He doesn't cover
those
a
look
lot
like
of
Pokemon cards.
He used to like wear the same t-shirt for like 90 days straight, and it would get all crusty and dirty looking. Now he just doesn't wear clothes. And we saw what his shorts looked like one time. They were so
stuff
gross.
like Dreamcast, PS2, GameCube, and even higher like PS3, PS4. He hasn't done much of that, and I think one reason is because I don't think he really plays video games much anymore. But hey, I mean, you're the nerd, right? It's your job to review shitty games, whether or not you are into games, and whether or not you play them.
I mean, it's a character, but
No, he is the nerd. No.
That should be your job, isn't it? I mean, that's what you do, bro. That's your hustle.
He sleeps on that futon in his basement. That's where he lives.
All right, look. This guy telling people what they should do about their jobs is really fucking great.
Yeah, he does this all the time. He projects
now,
so
look, I'm
hard.
an unemployed man who is also a pedophile, but let me tell you how you got to live your life and turn things around in front of my Pokemon cards and my unframed Linkin Park poster.
Those aren't even Pokemon cards, right? They're like magazine clippings of Pokemon
There's
cards.
something like
he
that.
He couldn't afford the actual cards.
I don't want to hear this.
Did you ever hear about the Power Rangers story in this guy?
Oh, God, no.
Okay, so he used to live in this town called Kingwood, Texas, and he found out that Jason David Frank, the Green Ranger, had a martial arts school in that town. So he goes in there talking a big game and like talking about how he wants to spar people and shit. So Jason David Frank puts this guy that he knew was going to beat the shit out of Jared in the octagon with him, and just like this guy like beat the shit out of Jared. And Jared has told this story so many times, and it is true. Other people reached out to people that worked there and confirmed it did happen. He got his ass kicked at the Green Ranger's dojo. Yeah.
About how he's run out of shitty games. That's actually not true, bro. There's so many fucking consoles he hasn't touched yet. And aside from that, I mean, shit, there's probably many shitty games from even really old consoles he hasn't touched yet. So yeah, bro, like, there you go, James. But see, here's the thing, bro. Here's the thing, homie. You don't have time for that.
I only talk to James like once in a while. I don't think he's going to see this video. I'm just going to say it right there. I don't, I'm not going to forward it to him, obviously.
No.
But also, I love, he's like, there you go, James. I'm like, I don't think he's watching this.
You don't think he needs some good advice right now?
Not from this guy.
Not from this guy at
right?
all.
I don't have time. It's 5:40. Got to watch the kids, Got to go watch some Land Before Time with the daughters.
Hold up. It's 5:40. I gotta go watch the kids. Jared,
that is a meme that Reddit has like run into the ground. There was a video where he said he had to be done at a certain time, and they've like the joke, if it was funny, stopped being funny like 4 years ago, and they're still going strong with it.
Okay, because coming from Jared Genesis, I thought he knew when the after school activities got out.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy who doesn't work, criticizing when people are done working.
Yeah. Sicko.
He just doesn't. He doesn't have that drive like he used to, bro. And I'm not even talking.
Drive? Did this guy ever have drive?
No, he doesn't even. In fact, he doesn't have drive, and he can't drive. He doesn't have a license.
About like getting angry, it's like he just doesn't have the ambition.
He doesn't even clean up his stuffed animals after fucking them.
Right.
And it's because, you know, well, one reason is he's hanging with the wrong people.
There you go. Oh, now, yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. He gets into it. He kind of touches on everybody, like Kieran. He shits on Kieran. He really doesn't like Kieran at all,
bro. Like that's what happens when you you know, when shit doesn't go your way. I guess you become a jaded person. But
also, he thinks he claims to be a bodybuilder, and he thinks he's muscular.
You know, all in all, he wanted to be a movie director. That was his goal. And because he didn't get that, I hate to say it like this.
I mean, he did make a movie.
He did make a movie.
Yeah.
But
he made several movies. Like, the Iron Video Game Nerd was the biggest one. But I mean, like, okay.
Yeah.
I think he cares about his fan base anymore. I really don't. But, you know, the thing of it is, James, if you don't change your format, you're gonna fail. You know, your channel will die. It doesn't matter how many subs you have, dude. If you can't get your shit together, you're gonna go down the drain, you know, like these other ex-YouTubers.
This guy's lucky to get like 400 views on a video.
Wait. Like these other ex-YouTubers. He's not being like me, I've made a lot of mistakes.
Right.
I'm waiting for him to say that.
YouTubers that
He's
failed.
speaking with so much authority. I wouldn't even say this shit.
My eyes have seen
I
the
don't want that for
glory
you,
of
'cause
the
actually-
butthole on the Zoom.
We do like you, bro. I think deep down you are a good guy. I think you're just in a rut right now. So
Again, he's not watching.
I mean, I guess that's pretty much it, guys. You know what I'm saying? That to me
It's
is
not
a
it.
perfect
He keeps
formula.
going. He always
Also,
does this.
maybe-
He's always like, "Oh, that's all I got to say," and then he goes on for like 10 more
Bring
minutes.
back Bored James. That's another.
Bring back
One of his
Bored James.
catchphrases. One of his catchphrases is "That's all I've got to say."
Yep.
That's all I've got to say anyway.
They mentioned, but Bored James was a classic, bro. Bored James.
Jay Wetzel
was
says, "I
a-
bet people tell him to get his shit together all the time." I don't think they even do. What sort of batshit insane person would tell him to get his shit together more than like a year? After a year or two, you give up. You have to be a complete fucking idiot to maintain hope when this guy's been a failure to lunch for 37 years.
Yeah.
A goddamn masterpiece, homie. I love that shit so much, dude. Because I grew up with those fucking board games like Tornado Rex, Crash Canyon, all those fucking games. That shit was a trip. Forbidden Bridge. You know, those battery-operated games. Holy fuck, bro. I gotta say, too, homie,
Basically anything you could play ages 8 and up gave me an excuse to be at the library in a questionable area at the time.
Or you did not want to play me back in the 90s, dude. I hated losing, bro. And
Yeah, you seem like you would get angry over a board game.
Yes.
Just, I have to admit, you know, we all have our flaws. That was mine,
and
bro.
losing
I
at
would
board
throw it.
games is Jared Genesis' only flaw.
That was his only flaw.
Shit, fit if I lost, dude. I'm not gonna front,
Getting
bro.
real curtains on the window, that's a flaw.
No, yeah. He couldn't figure those out for a while. He could not figure out the curtains. You could see when he first started shooting videos in this room, he could not figure out how to like stop the light from washing him out.
Look, I've definitely done the blanket over the window thing, but that's always been like a temporary thing for like a week or so. Like,
That's only because you don't want your neighbors to see you fucking.
I was a bitch back then.
No, I moved into places that didn't have curtains. I'm like, I'm just going to use a blanket over the window for now, but I should probably get real curtains. I didn't go, yeah, this solves it. Problem solved.
At least when it came to games, I hated losing. I mean, nobody likes losing, though. But I guess I was like that motherfucker Mike, you know, the character. I guess that was me back then, bro. I don't know, bro.
Again,
but,
a character.
I just wanted to run that.
fake character. And he's like, yeah, it was just like me.
Why you guys too? Because I know a lot of y'all like that older shit. You know, that James and Mike Mondays too. But Mike is gone now, bro. You know, I have to say, James, even though Mike had his flaws, you still lost a loyal friend. You know, someone who did contribute.
They're still friends. They actually do some stuff together.
No, they can't be friends. They don't make videos together anymore. They can't be friends.
They never, as far as I know, I don't think they ever stopped being friends.
Right.
Because I know that he did. I don't really care for him that much, but I know what he did for the brand.
On my channel, there was a girl named Trisha. She hasn't been on the channel in over a year. I guess I'm just not friends with her. It's not because she got pregnant and married and wanted to focus on that. It's because we're not friends anymore.
Not friends anymore.
On the channel, obviously.
Hold on.
Let her know that I just found out we aren't friends.
Tony, I've unfriended many girls who chose to get married and not fuck me, okay?
No, I'm just saying. She had a lot to deal with. I didn't want to be like, hey, I know you're about to have a kid and you're getting married. Could you talk about, I don't know, the Super Mario Brothers movie with me? I always bother her with that shit.
I'd be like, no, dumb bitch, you chose wrong. You're never on my channel again. Why do you think Janie Bell isn't on Drunken Peasants anymore? You guys should play a video of Jared where someone's paying and requesting a video of Jared. Well, is this heaven?
He does talk about Tony in this. He does. He mentions him towards the end.
I'm very excited.
And I do at least respect that. And so, I just gotta say, bro, like, you can't afford to lose any more good people. You really can't. I mean, some would say you already have lost all the good ones. Some would say that you really don't have a lot left, homie. But, you know, work with...
So Jared and a lot of these guys, this was what cracks me up. They live in a world where they think like only the friends who are on screen were their only, and this goes not even just for Cinemassacre. There's other people who are like, oh man, I can't believe that person left the show. You really lost a friend. And it's like, that wasn't there's friends off screen. I don't know if you know this.
Yeah. No, they don't know this because they're in a parasocial relationship with you. They have anything off screen doesn't exist because you only exist on their screen, Tony.
Yeah.
How do you make content for people and not understand how they work?
You're right. I should know better. No, I understand.
This is how I know you're not a sociopath, okay? This is how I know. Because you're not putting two and two together on why what we do works.
Thank you. I'm gonna put that on my dating profile. I'm like, Billy the Fridge says that I'm not a sociopath.
There you go.
With what you got, bro. You still got people by your side. I mean, I don't care for the Screenwave slobs, but I'm sure they'd at least be willing to listen to you, bro. You know?
Oh yeah, we never listened to the guy whose channel it was that we worked for. We never listened to him, guys.
But then again,
you should probably
like, blah, blah, blah.
You should probably beg your ex-friends to hear you out.
I mean...
Oh shit, hold on. My bad. That was my bad.
What is this?
That was my bad. I'll skip.
And you really don't.
Let's skip to the Tony reference.
Some would say that you really don't.
Hold on.
But then again, I mean, I don't know. Didn't he actually sell the brand to them? Didn't he actually sell AVGN to them? I think he did. No. So, you know, that could be a dangerous thing, dude. Like they really.
He just makes shit up.
They wanted to.
I know that rumor's been around for a lot. There's a partnership or something, but it's not. He didn't sell shit. I think someone else did, and then people just assume it was the same situation or something like that. Yeah.
Man, they could completely destroy this guy if they really wanted to. That's kind of a scary thought, bro. Can you imagine Caveman Kieran being the AVG? Oh my god, bro.
Kieran, who no longer works there. So, also, like me, no longer works there. So, okay.
Worse. You think I'm cringy? Dude, that guy is the absolute worst, bro. Caveman.
No, look, I know Kieran personally. Jared, you are cringier than Kieran.
Easily.
Yeah. And I don't
Jared,
take someone's...
You're cringier than a lot of the cringy people I know.
Yes.
I don't take opinions on cringe from somebody who starts off with, you think I'm cringe.
Yeah.
With this fucking, the little guitar that he played in Rex Piper. Oh god, that guy's such a bitch, dude. I'm sorry, but I really dislike that character.
That character. He's not a person, he's a character.
Like any of them.
Keep in mind, I'm pretty sure this guy was a fan of all of us until I made whatever comment I made.
That happens.
The Team Star thing. Yeah.
That happens all the time with him.
But I think that guy's the absolute worst. Aside from maybe Justin Silverman, the fucking creepy ass Nazi boy or whatever.
He called Justin Silverman a creepy Nazi boy? What?
Yeah,
well, have you seen what's hidden behind his Gengar collection? He's got World War II era Nazi paraphernalia behind all those purple love boys.
Again, Justin, who also, as far as I can tell, does not work for them anymore.
Right.
You saw that one video.
That's the funniest thing. These people are still bitching. I'm like, none of us are there anymore.
He's got some characters on his team, bro. He really does. And that Tony guy, that guy sucks too, bro. Like, that guy sucks.
What?
I watched his channel, Hack the Movies.
Yeah,
It's
Tony from
absolute
Sucks
garbage.
the Boobies. Am I right?
Can you, I'm sorry, can you put a poll in the chat right now and say, does Tony suck?
All right.
Waiting for the poll. While you wait, donate to the goal.
Yes.
Does Tony suck? Does Tony suck?
We're
It's
gonna
yes or no.
We're really gonna show Jared because everyone is gonna say I don't suck, and he's gonna feel really stupid. Am I right?
I fucking hope so. Our audience is full of.
Does Tony suck? Obviously,
Our audience is trolls, man. We
What
might
are you
have.
talking about? They seem like upstanding gentlemen. What do
You know, I think that's some of the time, but they might make Jared Genesis right to spite you.
Oh no!
Some people
It's a
were just not
50-50
meant
fucking
to be
poll right
behind
now.
a camera, bro. Some people, they got no personality. They're annoying, you know? They're just fucking annoying. And honestly,
Dude,
James,
wait, guys, why did you let me on the show tonight? I have no personality.
I personally like it when someone's annoying and has no personality.
Okay.
Yeah, you should see how he feels when you're not here.
You know, I think when I first started, before I even showed up on the channel, when I first started working for Cinemassacre, I had 1,000 subscribers, and now I'm up to 50 something thousand. I did that with no personality, guys. Not any personality at all.
Sorry
Tony,
that you're stuck with those losers.
Don't listen to Jared Genesis, please. This is a dark path
Why?
you're starting to walk down.
Why? He seems to have so much good advice. He's so confident about it. You have to admire his confidence.
He is very confident. It is true.
It's guided, but it's not her.
Yeah, but you sold out, buddy. That's what happens. I just look. I want to
When
be
he said
optimistic.
Silverman was a Nazi, did he mean Ashkenazi?
Yeah, Silverman's normally a Jewish name.
Yes, it's very Jewish.
Yeah.
I was too busy making the Gengar joke to do the Jewish joke, but
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
About this, but look, man, I just have to be 100. It is very possible that AVGN just doesn't care anymore, and he's just willing to milk it at this point. Unfortunately, I feel like that's the route he's going at this point. The I don't care attitude, but
AVGN
Jay
just doesn't
Wetzel.
care anymore, bro.
We got to go off on a tangent, Ben.
What?
Jay Wetzel in the chat asked the Tucker Carlson level journalistic question. Jay Wetzel asks, how much hand cheese do you think is on this guy's mouse? I swear to God, Jay Wetzel, we've seen other parts of his room. We've seen his door handle.
Yes.
We've seen the wall around it. It is gross, corroded, nasty, brown shit gunk all around.
What about
the
this?
most disgusting poo stink dick hand
No,
cheese
no!
you've ever seen on his mouse. There's no way. There's no way. These underwear, these shorts are gonna make his mouse look disgusting. These look good compared to his mouse. I promise.
Wait. Have his shorts broken and he's tied them together?
He's obviously cosplaying as the cartoons that got blown up on the island with Bugs Bunny and Yosemite Sam.
What the fuck? What?
My arms
what
are pretty
the
dank,
fuck?
but I gotta say, my legs, dude. I have really nice legs. I'm not gonna lie. I just probably need to work on my hamstrings. But dude,
again, the confidence.
Yeah.
My fucking quads are massive. I
will say this. Looking at his legs, I could see you using the word hamstrings if ham and strings were separate.
very powerful legs. I don't know what else to say. My calves are okay. I was having some trouble showing them off there, but there you guys go. That's me. There's
and
my
when he
butt.
says calves, he's obviously talking about being a baby cow, right?
His calves.
So there's no job this man can do.
I mean, he's obviously not a hand model.
No.
Don't want to show that to the haters that get off on it too much, but anyways, guys, peace.
Yeah. He's a bodybuilder.
He's just giving that out for free. Put that on OnlyFans, buddy.
He could probably make a little bit of money from Hanes if they just gave him hush money.
There was a while there where he didn't know how to do OBS properly. So what he did was he filmed his computer screen with his webcam and then like got his mom's makeup mirror and like put it next to his screen so you could see him. Like, so it was like him in the corner.
Which I actually thought was a brilliant aesthetic. I was like, this, I really, in my head, I was like, I kind of want to steal this. Do an analog stream. It would be so fucking cute.
It's a very interesting idea. Like
I really thought about setting up a Nintendo 64 with a mirror and just busted up some No Mercy into a webcam. I like that actually, I was like, that's kind of like, you could set it up very cute. Like just the analog streamer setup was kind of, he wasn't, it didn't look great in his setup, but
no, he didn't pull it off. He didn't pull it off artistically
and get a nice little makeup mirror, something pretty like that. It could be a cute little setup. It could be cool. It inspired me, is what I'm saying.
Oh, that's some. You guys know who Patrick Michael is?
No.
You ever listen to Who Are These Podcasts?
I've listened to them a couple times.
Yeah, he's one of their regulars that they cover. He tried live streaming a while back, and like he had his webcam just facing a TV that had something on and a lamp, and he would just talk behind the camera. But his internet was so poor that it was just super pixelated. It's like, just don't use your camera at all. Just put an image up if you're not going to be on screen. What the fuck?
Yeah, what the hell?
Oh my god.
Yeah, a lot of people like this, like lolcows. A lot of them are technologically illiterate. It's interesting.
Wait, what the fuck? 61% say I suck?
Hey.
Wow. Somebody don't know. Get us up to 61% of the goal so we can erase that 61% from our.
We need a
minds,
positive
please.
61% here.
Wow.
I'm typing I don't suck.
Tony, I'm gonna actually retype that too.
Oh, I was looking for one of the videos with the mirror, but I think that channel got nuked, so it doesn't exist anymore.
Oh wait, just to bring it back. He's like, James, man, you got to do something to fix your channel. Oh shit, another one of my channels got nuked. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah. Oh,
It's like, I don't know.
Okay, so he's not allowed to live stream anymore because he's grounded. His dad grounded him from live streaming. So, but back in the day when he used to live stream, my friend Shabisky was re-streaming him and like goofing on him while he was streaming. And he was like, oh, that guy Shabisky's re-streaming me. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play porn on my channel. So he plays it on his channel and then his channel will get terminated. And he said it out loud. So Shabisky was like, oh, I'm just going to turn off his channel now because he's going to play porn. And then he ended up playing porn anyway on his channel and his channel got terminated. He tricked himself into getting his own channel terminated.
How do you not see that? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Tony, I know you took a little ego hit with that poll earlier.
Yeah.
But I want you to feel a little better about it. This is the same episode where we talked about Obama's limo ride. Maybe that's the suck they were thinking about.
Oh, and obviously
could have been confusion is all. That's all I'm saying.
That's true. And look, there's nothing wrong. Oh shit, you ended the poll. Damn it. I was hoping I would win.
Damn it.
It was going down. It was going down. It was 61% earlier. It ended at 58%.
Recount.
We would have been open for 10 more minutes.
Should I do the poll again? Should I do the poll again?
Okay. You don't
Hey,
have to.
Ben,
That's
do the
fine.
poll again. Say this time, honestly, no trolling. Honestly, does Tony suck? Okay.
And
Yes
then,
or no?
And then quotes, not penis. Make sure to make that.
Yeah. Also in quotes, say not peen, not peen. We have to say peen to get around the bots, so we don't get demonetized.
All right, let's see.
Oh, Zap Rosedower says, "Do a is Tony famous poll." We only do polls for questions we need answers to.
There you
Not
go.
obvious things we know.
Who are we to dispute the smartest failure alive?
There we go.
There we go.
The clarification.
Now that we made them vote honestly.
So they just thought I sucked penis, which is good, which is okay. I'm fine with that. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Well,
Yeah,
I'm glad we fixed
If the worst rumor out there going on about me is that I blew down Barack Obama, I'd say I've lived a pretty good life.
There are worse things to be accused of.
Yeah.
Bronco bound. Yeah, it's going perfect now.
Now
That's all we needed.
Awesome.
Was clarification. People were confused.
Depending on what area of the country you go back to for Thanksgiving dinner, blowing Barack Obama could be a lot better than voting for Trump.
I want to have 2 Thanksgivings this year. I want to go up to Canada on Columbus Day because that's their Thanksgiving, and then I'll have the November Thanksgiving too. Why not?
Those sick fucks. They use Columbus Day as Thanksgiving?
Well, Columbus Day here is always the same day as Canadian Thanksgiving. It's always the same day.
We lost us Italians. We lost Columbus Day. I always bring this up. I'm like, all right, look, you took Christopher Columbus Day. Okay, obviously you're going to switch it with another Italian, right? And it's like, nope. It's Indigenous Peoples Day or something. I'm like, wait, so now we have no Italian holiday? I'm like, what the fuck?
Yep.
Well,
the Irish kept theirs.
And then October is Italian History Month, but it's overshadowed by what? Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So it's like we have nothing.
Yeah, and then it ends with Halloween. Maybe for the next Italian Awareness Month, instead of Halloween being candy, we give away pasta.
Yeah, I agree. Strong agree.
You come to my door, I'm gonna scoop a little baked ziti into your lunch sack. There you go.
Do me a favor. Stop the poll. It's getting even again. Stop the poll. Stop the poll now. Stop the count.
Now, Ben. Stop the poll now, Ben.
Stop the count, Ben. Okay.
People started using their sock accounts. That's what was going on.
That's a definitive no right there.
There we go.
Yep. Fuck you, Jared Genesis.
Yeah.
53% of our audience think Jared Genesis is wrong.
Real quick, I'm just gonna screenshot that so I can show that to everyone later. There we go. Based on 95 votes.
I did also get a video of King Cobra making a wand.
Oh yeah.
Wood shop class. See, he's still wearing like all of his jewelry and his necklaces and everything. All it takes is
I'd be afraid of that thing getting like, yeah.
When I was a kid,
and he's not wearing gloves.
No,
there was an equivalent credit for wood shop. It was called home economics, and me and the boys started signing up for that. We called it wood fuck class.
And he's not wearing goggles. Those glasses aren't going to help you.
You think this man gives a fuck about his eyesight? He's the definition of living life by braille. That's a good-looking little wand there, dude.
Yeah, actually, you know what? I don't think they look that bad.
It's the handle, yeah.
I forget if we've ever looked at them before. I know we mentioned them.
They used to look really bad, and then someone bought him the lathe, and now they look a lot better.
Wow.
But I also kind of like the original versions too. They were just painted sticks.
Yeah, basically. You know what he did? He killed a praying mantis by like blowing weed in its face, and then he like lacquered it to like a piece of wood and sold it for like $300 or something.
Cobra should make wooden lightsabers and sell them. You could like paint them and put little fucking buttons and rubies on them. Be pretty chill.
Wait. Someone bought him this machine?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's actually it was actually one of our fans that did it.
What the fuck? Can I get your fans to buy me cool shit? What the hell?
Well, you could actually, yes.
I
Our
have
fans buy cool shit all the time.
Box, guys, if you guys want to send me shit.
Oh, by the way, Ben, we have to check the P.O. box soon. I got a gift in there from somebody.
Okay.
What is that? Look at those little divots. He's doing very well. I'm enjoying this video.
I was ready to laugh at this shit. Now I'm like actually invested in it. I'm like, wow,
yeah.
Nice. I didn't know that's how you did that.
I wonder if he can make a wooden like chalice.
I think his dad makes chalices. Pretty sure he said that.
Dude.
Can we mail him like a block of wood and be like, hey, can you make this a chalice? Here's the return address.
I kind of want a King Cob's original chalice. After he makes the chalice, he can carve like skull designs into it. Maybe that letter S that's on his arm can be carved into it. Be fucking dope.
And he's sanding it down. That is craftsmanship right there.
Reverend Veritas says he's going to be lathing some new teeth soon.
Like George Washington.
Wouldn't be surprised. Get this man some wooden teeth. Oh my God. Second thought. After he makes the lightsabers, after he makes the chalices, after the wands are all made, Cobra starts making Casper, Wyoming Cobracraft dildos.
Wooden dildos?
Yes. Give a nice smooth liqueur finish over it. Lacquer finish and liqueur. You can just pour some schnapps on it after the lacquer and liqueur.
This is the most interesting content I'm sorry. This is like legitimately this is like legitimately fun to watch, and he's not talking like an asshole.
He should make more of these.
Yeah, if you sent this to a stranger and with the title be like, you won't believe what he makes, they probably watch a majority of it and then skip the end. But
yeah.
This old house.
The New Yankee Workshop.
ASMR word.
Huh.
Is that wait, where do you buy his stuff?
I think it's on Etsy.
Have a store?
I think it's got a Cobracraft Etsy.
Yeah, Cobracraft wands. That's what it is.
Cobracraft. Oh yeah, there it is. Let's see. Have they gotten? Are there pictures of them? No items listed.
Says he has 468 sales.
Oh. There's a picture. He apparently sends a handwritten note in like pencil that says, thanks, number 4, buying a wand from Cobracraft.
Thanks for.
King.
Someone said this review is like, my life has been a whirlwind since I purchased this wand. Literally, the day after it arrived, I had a date with a 10 out of 10 goth girl who is now my girlfriend, and I am happier than I have ever been. Sometimes before I leave the house, I wave the wand around to recharge my lucky essence, closing all the blinds first so the neighbors can't see. Thank you, Cobracraft wands. I owe so much to your craftsmanship.
This guy put the note and the wand inside a shadow box. He's going to pass that down to his kids one day. Oh my God, he's got 11 pages of reviews? Holy shit.
Oh, yeah.
He should be pumping out this fucking
He
stuff.
should be, because he sells them way faster than he makes them. Like,
yeah.
Michelangelo, Da Vinci, they weren't pumping out perfect pieces the entire time. They had their down periods.
I've seen videos where he, I've seen videos where he like changes the light from like don't walk to walk with his wand. It's great.
That's worth the money alone. If I got caught running a red light, I'd be like, "Your officer, I commanded it green with my Cobraverse wand."
You know, actually, Michelangelo, he worked on several projects all at once, so he was constantly finishing and starting new sculptures. I went to a museum in Florence, Italy, and it had a bunch of his unfinished stuff, like stuff he had only worked on a little bit here and there.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's okay when like you actually have finished stuff.
Yeah.
But it's okay to have a bunch of unfinished stuff if you were good at finishing things.
Yeah.
It's when all your stuff is unfinished. It's like, okay, buddy, pick a new hobby here. It's not working out.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Ow!
Ah!
Well, that can happen when you're carving wands. This is why I charge a lot of money for them.
Huh?
Okay,
there you go.
See, you got to cut that out of the video, buddy.
No, he doesn't edit the video.
What do you do? God damn it.
Yeah, if he learned to edit out mistakes, we would not be in the content business.
No.
What if one day he's like, "Hey guys, learn how to use Premiere"? Are you guys just gonna be like, "Ah, we're fucking ruined"?
Right. I don't think he will,
he's
though.
A brilliant director. And then we just start reviewing Cobra's original films. That'd be fucking awesome.
You know, there's 3 documentaries on him. The first one, he was probably like 18, 19 years old. And then there was one that was made like 5 or 6 years ago. And then a new one just came out.
There's really only 2 documentaries on him. The new one is more of like a channel piece. This guy, your favorite son, put together a piece that was more half his channel, like him doing a video. Kind of a documentary, but it's also kind of a your favorite son like video, you know? So it's not as traditionally documentative as the other 2 are.
When they make I can't wait for someone to make a documentary about me. I'll make sure that Billy's not in it. Oh, what the fuck?
I'm directing it, Tony.
Hold on one second.
This is my lawyer. He's calling you to stop talking about the documentary I'm writing you.
Hold on. Someone just tried to call. I got to text them saying I'm very famous and on a show.
You let them know. Drake Dragsaw, by the way, tried calling me during this episode on Discord. And I'm like, well, Drake Dragsaw, what the hell are you calling me for when I'm live on the show? And then Drake Dragsaw came in and donated money, so I forget.
That was so nice.
And now I'm texting her saying I'm calling you out.
Oh, shit.
So people should know better than to call their famous friends when they're on a very important show.
Exactly.
Yeah. Watching videos of master craftsmen making their art.
Yeah. Teach her a lesson, Tony. Send her a picture of your prolapsed anus.
I want to point out at the beginning of the show, I was like, man, I hope we can get to 60% of the goal during this show, and we're almost there. But the show is coming to an end in a few here, so hopefully we can do one last tip train, get it to that 60% or more. Or more.
Come on, guys.
Do it.
Come on.
Do it.
Do it for me.
Do it for Tony.
Can we quote that? Tony just said, "Come on, guys."
I'll be right back.
Shit! No! This is what I get for making fun of that clean audio from Tucker. Damn it!
There you go, Tony. I'm a sly fox. You don't want to go toe to toe with young Bill Fridge in bed commenting on the movie Dick in 2009.
That never happened. It never happened.
You keep telling them that. They won't believe you. I promise.
Real quick, I just want to let.
Go ahead.
I just want to let everyone know that the picture that you guys use for the thumbnail, that is art that I'm currently selling in poster and T-shirt form, and soon to be sticker form.
Okay.
That is the Tony Peaks design. It's me parodying Laura Palmer from Twin Peaks.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You know, we'll come out there. You got to come out to Seattle because we got Twin Peaks out here.
It's on my list. I really need to go to Seattle and just see all those places. And
let us film some bullshit Twin Peaks stuff with you while you're out here.
Yeah, I want to go there. I want to do like a tour, and then I'm just gonna jump into that fucking waterfall near the hotel and just call it a day.
By the way, it's a beautiful waterfall.
Yes,
I'm gonna be a good
Billy, I'm just not to die. I'm a great swimmer. Obviously, I don't want to get in trouble, but I'm just gonna jump.
You'll die. I don't know if you know this, but you'll die.
and then the officers are gonna be like, "Why did you think he did it?" And you'll be like, "Well, this goes all the way back to 2009. We were having sex, and he didn't like the movie Dick."
After complaining about the movie Dick, he was like, I could swim in Snoqualmie Falls. I was like, Dick, no, you were like, Tony, no. Tony, no. You can't. And I did make a bet with him, $5 that he couldn't. And I wish he would have set the money down before jumping, because I'm not going to go in there and fish it out.
Oh man, going Tucker. Let me tell you, Tucker, Tony.
Hold on, Tucker on X? I thought this was about drag queens getting high.
Tucker, as he jumped into the falls, he said, "Billy, you're the best I ever had."
But he said your rap music was even better than the sex. You're so talented, Billy. I love Billy the Fridge rap music on iTunes, Spotify. Listen,
I really wish that episode we did got to 60% in donations.
It was so close yet so far.
And Tucker, being an asshole, will be like, and he said all this while he was falling, and you heard him over the water.
Yes, Tucker, you dickhead. I have impeccable hearing from years of being too close to the speakers at music events. Oh man. Yeah, it's a good place out here. This Twin Peaks area is
I want to go. I really want to go.
I was late to the audience to watch Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
And I think I watched it a couple of years ago, but randomly I finished the episode as Twin Peaks Day was starting. And then I was getting messages from everybody. They were hanging out with Kyle MacLachlan.
He was at the Costco.
The day I finished.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I was just saying, he was at the Costco in Issaquah the other day. It's crazy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to go up there and do a Twin Peaks tour. I was telling everyone while you were away, the picture you used for the thumbnail, I'm selling that on shirts and posters.
Yeah, the Laura Palmer.
picture.
At
my store.
Yeah. Yeah. I've eaten at the Double R Diner multiple times because it's not too far away from where I live.
I know. I got to go there so bad.
The food is actually legit good, and they do have really good pie.
I hear it's good. I hear it's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Ugh. What's it look like on the inside? Does it look the same?
It looks exactly the same.
Keto menu.
No, really?
It does. No. Yeah, they even have stuff on the wall that's like part of the show.
Oh shit! Because I went to Tom's Diner in New York, and that looks nothing like it does on Seinfeld on the inside.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Still love that diner.
We've been to the waterfall from the opening scene too. That's Snoqualmie Falls.
You gotta go back after this. Me and Billy did a whole bit on me jumping into the waterfall.
Oh shit. So
Tony's
there's a picture of it right there.
I gotta start saving money for Finland. I don't know if you know who I am or not, Tony, but it's crazy that Ian's 2's world collided once again. Do you know about Cyrax? Please show
Cyrax
on Cobra cooking. Let's get a TMNT commentary with
Cyrax. Oh, of course, he's the yellow cyborg from Mortal Kombat. He's the Lin Kuei. What? Oh, is this someone else?
Oh yeah,
someone else.
Oh yeah. He's King Cobra is like a Chad compared to Cyrax.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you said King Cobra was the only guy that looked up to Quasimodo, this is a guy that should be looking up to King Cobra.
Yes. And he's
better or worse than Jared Genesis.
Oh, it's close.
Let's put it this way.
I mean, in terms of being a good person, not entertaining.
No, he's terrible.
If you thought it was accurate to refer to Cobes as Quasimodo, it would probably not be accurate to refer to Cyrax as a quasi-pedo.
Yes.
Oh my god.
And
he's an actual maniac.
One of his trolls got an Airbnb down the street from his house, and he came out and ran at him and attacked this guy. But Cyrax is only 4 feet tall, so this other guy just beat his ass and held him down on the ground. And he's like, "Who's the king?" And Cyrax is like, "You are." It's so funny.
No.
It was during a live stream that it happened. He also got arrested, and he was screaming like a wounded animal while he was getting arrested. It was crazy.
Jesus.
Yes.
I know you guys follow a lot of lolcows. I don't know if this guy still exists. Has Dragon Lord Frodo ever been on your radar?
We've watched him a couple times. Yeah.
It's hard to watch his stuff because he always gets nuked from the internet and he likes to do stuff naked. Is he still around? Is he alive?
I haven't seen anything from him in a little bit, but I was kind of keeping an eye on him for a while because I remember the first time we watched him, Billy thought he was like trolling, but it turns out he really does
that guy
act
was
like that.
not. Dude, he had an old video where he like filmed his doctor's appointment because he like was yelling at them about the glasses, and then she explained how it's just like a common issue, and then he left and he was like, "Bitch doesn't know what she's talking." I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Have you ever heard his music? He made an album, like a metal album. Oh my god.
Were you guys the last time I watched it was a few years ago during the Gravy incident? His cat Gravy, who died, and he left it in the room for several days.
Oh.
He's like, I don't know what to do about it. And then he holds the cat up and we're like, throw it away.
I think I remember that, yeah.
I'm like, why do you have a dead cat in your apartment? Throw it the fuck away.
When I think of Gravy incident, I think of when Mom made brown instead of light gravy to go with foul. I'm like, Mom, that's a real gravy incident. But this is icky. This is a dead cat.
Something else.
Let's
something completely different.
Let's see what the audience thinks. Who's worse, Jared or Cyrax? Cyrax is getting voted for pretty quick. Okay, it's close.
I can't vote because Jared attacked me personally, and I don't know who Cyrax is really. So
yeah.
He's terrible.
And I'll say, if this was who is more fuckable, Jared is winning.
Look at those legs.
Oh, my God.
His calves are massive, bro. Yeah, so we're going to wrap it up in about 5 minutes here. Everyone like the stream, and if you want to send in one last dono in the next 5 minutes, that'll be cool. And then we'll be back on Saturday.
Nice.
Tony, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, what's that?
Going back in time, what's one of the earliest memories you can remember of being completely grossed out by something?
Oh, God. I don't know.
If this was like the last time you were grossed out, I'll take it. But I'm talking the earliest gross out memory. And if you can't remember ever being grossed out, then hold on. After the call's over, I got something to show you.
Oh, God damn it. No, I can remember being grossed out many times. You're asking me about the earliest. I don't know. Something that happened.
One that comes to mind. Like, do you ever walk in on an auntie that had the case of the farts during a weird dance routine? Like, what do we got?
No.
That seems oddly specific.
Yeah, that was a weird one. I'm thinking like a kid might have like puked in grade school and then I saw it and wanted to puke maybe.
I've seen that happen like a chain reaction of sympathetic vomiting amongst
because that stuff makes me like grossed out.
Yeah. I saw that happen in school.
Watching.
I don't know, but I assume that would have been it.
I remember watching Problem Child 2.
Yes.
Oh, God, my friends just reviewed it. Oh, fuck.
And when that puke scene came on, my dad had a very bad stomach for puking. And you could hear the people puking in the movie, and then my dad started retching. Then you could hear other people retching, and then my dad and other people started puking out of the cars at the drive-in movie theater.
That's
my
hilarious.
friends reviewed it and they showed that scene and oh God, I gotta like stop.
The girl from Problem Child 2 lives in Seattle.
Yeah. One of my former roommates dated one of her former boyfriends.
Interesting.
Oh, did they have sex in a limo and do crack
with Barack Obama?
Barack Obama.
Thanks, Obama.
Could you imagine what an ungrateful gay you have to be to blow Barack Obama and tell anybody about it in a non-bragging way?
Exactly.
what a miserable gay you are. I'd be like, oh my God, I got to tell you guys, I blew the president. It is fucking amazing. The fact that he's going and trying to denigrate over this blowjob is sickening to me.
Oh my God.
Seems like he left a bad taste in your mouth.
Okay, that one was good, Tucker.
Yeah.
That was a weird fucking interview. If I was Tucker, I'd be like, hey, you know what? No show this week.
You think someone wrote that? Like wrote that line for him and fed it to him for the, Tucker, at the end of the interview, I think you should really say, it must have been left a bad taste in your mouth.
Oh my God.
He was probably waiting to say it. That's probably the only reason he did the interview was so he could say that. He's like, hey, remember that guy that claimed he had a blowjob with Barack Obama?
Oh, yeah, because the girl wrote the note. Is that even real? Did anyone figure out if that shit was real?
I have no idea.
Ugh.
It seems like it's all made up, and he's getting a lot of attention. He's gotten attention for it ever since Obama was a serious political figure.
Ugh.
Yep.
Yeah. You figure the news cycle will be like, oh no, we've done this with this guy. If it was a new guy, maybe, but it's this guy, and he's real easy to debunk.
Yeah. Yes, convicted scam artist. So, I think we are going to wrap up this show. Thanks for joining us, Tony. Hopefully, it'll be not as long as it was this last time before you join us again.
Well, we got to go to Pennsylvania. We got to go to Pennsylvania. We got to go. We got
to discuss Dick at length at Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Yes.
Come to the very real video store.
Yes. I can pick up a hoagie, whatever.
Yeah.
We can go to Wawa and Sheets with yins.
There is a Wawa. There's not a lot of Sheets around where I am, but there is a Wawa right down the street.
We're not going to Pennsylvania and not going to a Sheets.
Okay, I'm just saying, if you're visiting me, you're going to have to go a little further.
It's pretty far.
We'll probably go. We'll find one along the way, right? Like, there's got to be one along the way.
I'm not driving to Pennsylvania from Seattle. That's going to take like 4 days.
Like, I'm outside of Philadelphia. You gotta hike a little bit for a Sheets.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's more Sheets in Ohio than there are in
I'm looking up the
Philly
closest
area.
Sheets to me.
I've been to many a Sheets in Pennsylvania, and I haven't been to many a Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania is a pretty long state. Takes a little while to.
I was gonna say no. There's lots of Sheets in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Just not near me.
Yeah.
Well,
it's like a Western Pennsylvania thing.
Here's the thing, Tony.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, Tony. If you're going to block us from driving out of the way to go to Sheets, I don't know if we can do Hack the Movies.
I'll do it. I don't care about
Hold
Sheets.
on. I just Google. I'm going to Google the closest one.
Thank you.
Like an hour and 10 minutes away from me.
All right. Now we have to see how far that is away from Magicus. Because we'll drive 110 minutes to a Sheets to have Sheets with Magicus.
All right, we will see all of you guys next time on Saturday. Have a good one,
Thank you again, Tony.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Subscribe to Hack the Movies. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Bye.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your... Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants.